All right. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yo, what is up, everybody? Charlie checking in. Happy Wednesday to every single one of you all. Thank you for joining us. Let's see who we have in the house. Darwin Gallaty, first in the house. Thank you so much, Darwin. Darwinism at its finest right there, man. Thank you so very much. Junior Gutierrez, what is up, brother? You need to stop telling people, or you need to stop saying that I'm ignoring you, man. We love you, bro. We don't ever ignore you. There's times where we have a lot of people and stuff to talk to and shit, or just times where I just want to chill and get away a little bit. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with you. So stop that. Stop trying to make me feel bad by saying I'm ignoring you, man. Charmaine Blackie in the house. Thank you so much, Charmaine. Woohoo! Absolutely made my night. Today is not going right. All I do is cry. Wish I could see my mom on Christmas. Sound a lot like Grandpa. You know, Grandpa was the holidays were a very hard time for Grandpa. Quick right here. Sorry, bro. Laugh out loud says, what is up? $5 donation. Thank you so much right there. Namaste, brother. Really appreciate that. And that'll go towards maybe a little Christmas gift or something for Erica. It's Christmas, as it were. Hey, Connie Wapple in the house. Much love to you, Aunt Becky. Thank you for joining us. We love you. Always. Hopefully you're having a great day. And chin up. Buck up. You know what I'm saying? We're all here together. This is what life is all about. You know what I'm saying? Friends, family, and just rejuvenation. You know what I'm saying? Bringing it all in, AKO 007, what is up, Sarah? Sarah Love in the house. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's see here. Who else would we have? Sorry, guys. Ace Man, what is up? Okay, I recognize the name now. He says, oh, look at his grandpa. Another grandpa plushie, huh? Look at you rolling, bro. I guess apparently Michael has reopened the grandpa store. You know what I mean? So, anybody supposedly still got some plushies, man. Anybody wanting a plushie that has not got one, man, go ahead and get you one, bro, while they're still available. Ron RMC, what is up, man? Matt Gray, what is up? I remember you now, Matt. What's up? I'm sorry about that mix-up last time, man. Charles Schuler in the house. Scott426. Sorry, bro. LOL again. Thank you so much for that donation, man. Love you, bro, man. PvP sign! PvP sign! What's up, man? Wank Tank, Dory Dez, The Baker Show, Hobby Psych. What's The Baker Show? What's up, Baker Show? I love the Bakers. I got something I got to share with you guys in a little bit, man. Huge blessing, man. So much. Got myself a... Actually, is it a little light in here? Do y'all hold on a second? Is that a little bright? Let's turn the light down on that situation. I had a lot of glare coming off of that dome there, anus breath. Yeah, but anyway, got a super awesome Christmas gift, man. Best Christmas gift ever, and I'm going to share that with y'all here in a little bit. And yeah, thanks to the Bakers. Lone Wolf in the house. Much love to you. Hobby Psych 1262, Jeff Bartlebaugh. PvP sign! Laugh out loud. Yeah, man, I like your name right there, man. Waving at all there in the chat. Much love to you all. Wolfpack for life, guys. All of you mean so very much to me, man. And, things are awesome right now, man. I got to tell you, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just, it's very surprising, guys. But it's also very telling how well life can be for you. You know what I mean? If you do the right thing, here I am, guys. I tried not to count. You know what I mean? I told y'all I don't know how long back that I was going to stop counting or whatever. Don Vito! And that's goddamn president. Fuck all the presidents. Says who's our president? Still haven't gone to bed. Grandpa's our president. I pledge allegiance to Grandpa. How about that? So that sounds nice right there. Y'all saw the Kanye West got his votes in too. How about that shit? Motherfucker standing up for their boy Kanye, bro. He ended up getting like 1% of the vote. Hey, I consider that a win, man. Like shit. I still got 1% of the fucking vote, and I wasn't really a serious candidate. You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't know how many of you all have seen that the Kanye West interview on Joe Rogan, but like the guy's actually pretty smart. If you actually give Kanye West a moment, you know what I mean? I don't know. If you give him a moment to sit there and talk, you know what I mean? Like he's got a lot of interesting shit to say. But president, yeah, I don't know, man. You're better as an entertainer. Borat in the house says he voted for himself. I did. I saw something about a tweet. I saw a tweet that he posted or something that he voted for the only person that in America that he trusts or whatever, and that was himself. And yeah, you know what? I if I was in the booth, I would vote for myself too. You know what I mean? Why not? Right? So yeah, you know what I mean? Things have been straight, kind of just hanging out, doing my own thing, you know, trying to lay low from all of the politics and shit like that, you know. Cause yeah, you know, like I don't know. It's just I hate it. I hate being in politics, man. I hate everybody being mean to each other and shit. That's all it is, man. Everybody's just mean, you know, and just trying to damn over catastrophize situations and shit, you know. And like, isn't it quite telling, you know what I mean, that it seems like Joe Biden has won, you know what I mean? But it seems like the Republicans have won the House. It's always like that. Like the Republicans win the presidency and the Democrats win the House, or the Democrats win the presidency and the Republicans win the House. And either way, they're just sitting there clashing and freaking fighting. You know what I mean? And just going at it, fucking finger pointing. And that's just all it ever is, really. You know, nothing, nobody ever works together, you know. And I'm seeing so many people, you know, online just being so freaking just negative and mean and just spiteful towards one another. You know what I mean? That I mean, there's no way that y'all can sit there and come out here and be like, "Happy Thanksgiving." You know, there is no way, honestly, that people, you know, I'm I'm getting a little negative here, but it's true. Like, there's really honestly no way that America can come together and sing Kumbaya around a Christmas tree. You know what I mean? The end of this year, you know, after we've been sat there and clawed and fucking tore at each other all year. You know, it's just kind of you know, it's, I don't know, it's fake. You know what I mean? And I don't like fake. Can't stand fake. Violent 6, Jennifer Baby, what's up? Borat, Javi Slight, 1262. Media Dude, Tamar, 95. Panthers God, FSU. Jim Morrison, I'm the Lizard King. I love some Jim Morrison, man. What was that story about the little man in blue? Apparently, Jim Morrison, guys, was a pimp. He would end up making out with some girl backstage in the showers. And he would get jumped on by a police officer. Bip, 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 bip. Beat the hell out of Jim Morrison right there backstage. Didn't realize it was Jim Morrison, you know, until after he done beat the crap out of him, you know. And Jim got all pissed the hell off and went on stage and pretty much did like a freestyle about the little pig, a little blue pig in Cincinnati. And he would get on stage and start freestyling about this little blue pig and getting very descriptive about what just happened, looking right at the cop in his face. And then he would end up getting jumped by like 3 or 4 other cops. He would piss them all off. They'd jump on stage and beat the crap out of him. Oh, man. Rock and roll, right? Hispanic causing panic. What is up? Jake from State Farm. Charmaine Blackie. East Squad pranks and raps, says Kanye 2020. Lizard King Charlie. Well, you guys know that I'm a shapeshifter, right? I'm supposed to be a an alien shapeshifter from another planet. Let me go ahead and get my chair. How can I get my Wolfie in the full frame? It don't matter. That's cool. Yeah, I'm supposed to be a alien from another planet or something, as it were. You know what I mean? So kind of watch out for these pupils right here when they open and close, as it were. Mighty Duck Action 2002, 2003. What's good, Charlie? Just hanging out, man, bro. I just what was it, last Monday, I think. This past Monday, I went and took my physical and everything for my new job that I start, you know, to be determined. And it's okay, guys. Actually, They say that my blood pressure is through the freaking roof, guys. They say that I am 140/88 is what the final reading was Monday at the hospital. And I got to be quite honest with you guys. Stage 2 hypertension. I'm about 30 points away from hypertension crisis, I guess, as it were. And I don't know. I guess I've been kind of going through somewhat of a midlife, not a crisis as it were, but definitely an awakening as it were. I'm really conscious to the fact of death and stuff. Erica's second aunt, or Erica's aunt, let's call her Erica Aunt Johnny. She passed away about a week and a half ago from coronavirus. And it kind of got to me, honestly, a little bit. Because a week before that, she was alive, and she wasn't well, but she was alive and well enough, to text on Facebook and stuff, and do all the prayers for me and everything, and hoping and wanting to stay alive, and then just no, a week later, gone, and that's all of us. Jordan, what's up, brother? Much love, prayers to you, brother. I seen you had put out a prayer chain going a couple of days ago. Sounded like you were going through some stuff in your life. Mike Ryan, what's happening, brother? And yeah, Jordan, just know that even though I don't comment and respond on everybody's posts and stuff like that, I still see them. And I think I did share some love to you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so yeah, like things are going well for me too. Like, well, I mean, too. I hate to say that, and I hate to say that because it seems like things are still pretty bad for so many people out there. So many unemployed. No benefits for anybody. The jobs market's looking bad. Everybody's at each other freaking throat and stuff. And honestly, man, if I hadn't landed my new job and Erica hadn't landed her new job, I would be sitting here, really just poor mouthing it too, and just super sad. And like, man, I really don't know what I'd be doing for Christmas and stuff, but things are actually looking well for us, and it's a new kind of a new life that's kind of beginning for us, from, I guess, the corona, I hate to say it, but it's kind of, I don't know, the coronavirus kind of helped me out a little bit, as far as getting out of that dead end job that I was at and finding a new one, you know what I mean? And I got to be thankful for it. It's just me. I'm trying to make the most out of every bad situation. And I think that we're all, in that boat. Scott 426 says you've been blessed, Charlie. And man, I totally feel blessed. Quite honestly, man, I really do. I'm thankful for all these blessings and opportunities that I've been given this year. You know what I mean? It feels like this year, 2020. It's just been a really good year for me, despite the corona. And I hate to say that because, now we got Gen Cam. I don't know if you're watching, but much love to you. Gen Cam actually is sick with the coronavirus herself right now, and is talking about how alone she feels and stuff, and it breaks my heart, man. Like we went from talking about coronavirus and stuff across seas and to an alien thing, like we didn't know anybody that had coronavirus. It was just a word to us, and now here we are losing. Erica's done lost like 2 or 3 family members from coronavirus. You know what I mean? We're finding friends and stuff that are sick with it. My friend Tam B, Angela Raker. Angela, I hope you're feeling well. Our friend Jen Cam, and it just takes me back to Erica's aunt, like here's Jen Cam, commenting on Twitter and stuff and Facebook about how scared and alone she feels and everything, and just like that, she can be gone, in a week from now or even tomorrow, and it's just, I don't know, man. Everyone show much love and prayers to our Wolfpack member Jen Cam. And yeah, let's just hopes and prayers, man. It's like You know, I don't know. I saw Michael earlier. Like for some reason he had to make a bash. Donald Trump was leading in the polls last night. So Michael had to make a bash at Trump and Jesus. He decided to tell everybody, "Well, I don't believe in God, but I'm gonna pray anyway." And I'm completely vice versa. Where I'm almost kind of an agnostic person. You know what I mean? I'm not exactly sure what the hell is up there. You know what I mean? But or out there or in the next realm, but something is, and I pray and worship to that entity and spirit on a daily basis. And I definitely believe, that there is something else out there. You know what I mean? And I really believe that your positive energy and your positive forces actually feed and channel, that positivity or that negativity, that you will encounter, upon leaving this realm, and there's something to be said about hope, guys. Like I'm sitting here wondering, like what keeps a 70-year-old man going? You know what I'm saying? 82 people watching right here tonight. Thank you all, man. It's a good number. 82. And yeah, I sit there and I wonder, what exactly is it, in a 70-year-old man, you know what I'm saying, that keeps them going. You know what I mean? Like really. Like what the hell, if you just to say, what do you look forward to, but there's that hope. No matter what, it seems like there's that hope, like tomorrow can be better, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you're 70 or 80 years old, and your opportunities have passed, you know what I'm saying? There is still hope for, I guess, tomorrow to be a little bit better. You know what I mean? Whereas right now, guys, I'm sitting here thinking like, hell, I'm looking forward to checking out, having the next 20 years and then arranging a death or something almost, but I don't feel like I'm going to feel like that in another 20 years, But anyways, that's getting a little deep right there, man. Fart, what's up, brother? Fart in the house says, never stop believing. Don't stop believing. Miss Baker! Hi, Miss Baker! Hi, Mom! Miss Baker in the house, everybody. Thank her so much for everything that Miss Baker and Mr. Baker have done for me. You know what I mean? And Erica. You guys have been such a positive, influence on our lives, and it seriously means a lot. We've come a long way. And she says, that's all, and a lot of it is a big part of thank to you guys, Since you heard I was playing video games today. Yes, I love my Jason. I've been playing Friday the 13th. A lot of Friday the 13th. These last few months without a job, I've almost kind of developed a routine of movie and Jason kind of morning thing, and it's fun. It really raises the anxiety in a good way, and I'm gonna miss it, man, because damn, they are fixing to get rid of Friday the 13th. Well, they're getting rid of the servers. I like one of the main reasons I like playing GTA is or not, I'm sorry, not GTA, Friday the 13th is just the online lobbies, quite frankly, meeting new people, and just hearing people get scared and stuff, it's a really good thing. And then after I die or whatever, I'll sit there and watch other people run around and stuff. And me and Erica both, it's kind of a thing, our thing. Erica doesn't like many video games that I play, and she did. Me and her actually got together on that one, and we enjoy it. But they're going to be taking it away, so got to find something else. And went to put the video games away, man. At 40 some odd years old, yeah, probably not. Joe Ronner says, "What's up?" Says, "When will they stop Friday the 13th? My son will be upset." So what they're going to be doing is that, like, they have been in a lawsuit, I don't know whether it's with the creators of Friday the 13th or what have you, but they have been in a lawsuit the past couple of years, and I don't know exactly what the whole specifics of it are, but I do know that they said they were going to stop the servers that how do I put it they're stopping the servers that way we can't get online and start an open session with just anybody. But they say that you can still play the game, offline mode, and then you can start private sessions with your friends. You know what I mean? So say, there's a couple of us that are together and we want to all decide to play Jason. You know what I mean? Then we can all do that as friends. But I myself, can't just turn on the game, go online, and host a session myself. You know what I mean? So if I were you guys, what I would do, because there's not a lot of we don't have a lot of friends, honestly, that play Jason, right? Jason's not a very popular game really anymore. So what you need to do, man, is just go ahead and pass that word around when you're in these lobbies and sessions because it's happening this month too. So the next update, you'll find that you cannot host a session anymore. So find friends and stuff and people that are playing Jason, and make friends with them. And Puss says hates the offline mode. I agree, man. Like online mode is where it's at. You know what I mean? And like I said, I got to tell you, man, like coming from GTA, like one of the most toxic online communities on video gaming is GTA. And like there's times where I just can't play it. Everybody's just arguing and being mean and talking shit to each other on there too. You know what I mean? It's just it's rough. And sometimes a lot of times I find myself drawn into it, and I'll get to arguing and stuff. And then that gets me and Erica kind of angry with each other. And so I just rather not play it, And I've been playing a lot of Friday the 13th, and I got to tell you, man, there's a lot of cool people. Swear to goodness, man, it has been like one of the more positive online lobbies. Now you're going to run into some trolls, that are just trying to anger people. You know what I mean? For the most part, you find some really decent people, and it's gone. It's going to be gone. Excuse me. Give me 1 second. I got use the bathroom real quick. You want up, buddy? All right. The side of that porcelain, couldn't hear that. So anyways, Friday the 13th, guys, so super sad. I woke up this morning at like 3:00 in the morning, and by the way, I've still been smoking, man. I've got like 3 or 4 more cigarettes left in this pack, and then I'm going to try again. But I woke up this morning about 3:00 and lit me up a cigarette. I was cruising Google. I was cruising the Google, and I did. I found the headline about them getting rid of Friday the 13th, and it was sad, man. It made me sad. PvP sign. There you go. There you go. Check Living Waters. Charlie, please check out this channel called Living Waters. The Mario video, and everyone in the chat, please check it out. The Living Waters. So, Jesse, much love to Belgium. How you doing, man? Thank you for joining us. Me and my mom, we are proud of you, bro. Thank you so very much, man. It definitely means a lot. I just, I feel I can say I've come a long way, man. Quite honestly, guys. It's just, I can see a difference, quite honestly, man. Like I say, I'm looking at 5 months, 1 week, and 5 days sober, guys. Woo! Like I say, I had stopped counting, as it were, or whatever. But I was still thinking, I was like, June 6th is when I started. So I was just like, okay, June, July, August, September, October, November 6th. November 6th would be 6 months, but then like earlier this morning or whatever, I got kind of curious and I just happened to kind of, peruse the calendar, and it said 152 days is what I come up with. And I took my calendar and I, 7 divided by 152, 21, 21.5, and I was like, wait, what the hell? And yeah, man, just like that, here I am almost 5.5 months as opposed to 5, and yeah, it's really telling, guys. Like, quite honestly, man, whenever you put your mind to something, and you just stick with it, guys, and just cut them demons out of your life, quite honestly. And like, it is quite amazing, how quickly my life has turned around. You know what I mean? Now we have put the footwork down. We've laid the platform long. Me and Eric have been together almost 3 years now. Rebecca Swelling, thank you so very much. Says, you're doing so good, Charlie. We're all proud of you. XOXO. Thank you, and I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Stephanie Hopkins, I'm sorry. Quit talking junk like that. I'm not going to be taking people trying to make me feel bad. I'm sorry if you feel like you're being ignored. Yeah. What you want me to do? I'm sorry. I'm being mean. I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm here trying to talk with everybody. You know what I mean? And yeah, you know what I mean? Y'all might just have to kind of talk amongst each other while. But see, like, that's another thing. Like, I don't sit here and just read comment after comment, and it's kind of going after, yeah. I like to just riff, you know what I mean? I see something and I go with it, you know what I mean? And sometimes I'll sit there and just watch the kind of the chat roll, but I hate those people that just sit there and just read the chat. I read the chat and I give you yes and no questions. I'm not even looking at the camera. I'm just doing this number here. That's not how I do things. So I apologize if you feel left out. But Rebecca Swilling again, thank you so very much. I love all of you guys coming forward and just telling me how how you feel. How you feel. Quite honestly, you know what I mean. And it means a lot. It shows me that that people like my brother, you know what I mean, he doesn't have that control over my life anymore. You know what I mean? That public perception of me, man, it pissed me off. Like, or actually, it didn't really piss me off. Nothing he does pisses me off, really. But it was kind of like, what the fuck? Like last night, he's just been on this super, the Biden train, just like a motherfucker, right? And like I said, last night he went. Trump was leading, and he's like, "Oh, I don't believe in God, but I'm gonna pray." He's taking jabs and stuff because Trump was leading. And then today he tells all the Trump fans to grow the fuck up. Biden won. Grow the fuck up. You know what I mean? Continuously, ostracizing his own fan base. Good for you, asshole. But also last night in doing that, Big John in the house. What's up, Big John? But in doing that, what I'm saying, he would post something about how the Republicans, how somebody said Hunter Biden is actually a decent guy, and how that the Republicans and the politics have used his past addictions and demons against him. You know what I mean? To victimize or to villainize him, And I'm like, isn't that what Michael does to me on a freaking weekly basis? You know what I mean? How many times do you see Michael come forward? Oh, Charlie's drinking again. Charlie's still drunk. Charlie's a drunken alcoholic. And he pays Isaac. How many bills? How many years has he paid Isaac? You know what I'm saying? To come online and say the same damn thing about me. You know what I mean? Charlie's drunk. Charlie's an alcoholic. Charlie's a pill popper. Bringing up all my past bullshit. You know what I mean? And trying to still manipulate my image, upon their followers and their viewers, in a negative light, using my addictions to villainize me. The same shit that they're sitting there casting stones at others for over the whole bullshit, politics shit. You know what I mean? But he's been doing it to his own brother for 3 years now. And then I thought it was funny, like somebody, they asked me, they were like, oh yeah, last night they were like, well, Charlie, you keep bringing up your brother. He hasn't talked about you in weeks. You know? How long ago was that video with me in the thumbnail? There was 2 videos in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just kind of crappy, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you can say whatever you want about somebody, but whenever they come to defend themselves, you know what I mean? They're not allowed to. And I hate that shit. Like all these public figures, you know, are not allowed to be criticized. You know, yes, the fuck you are. You're a public persona. You have every right to be fucking criticized. And on top of that, you know what I'm saying? You know, you're my brother and you drugged me through so much fucking mud for so long, bro, that you know, I have every right to come forward and say, hey, this shit ain't true. That shit ain't true. That's where somebody they came at me today on Facebook and like how they put it. They said you're a good guy, but you know you're also an idiot. You know you can't deny the videos online. Yes, I can. Just because my sisters accused me of molestation, and just because Michael coached my nephew into saying that I gave them drugs and alcohol, and just because Bridget put a freaking bruise, a rub mark on her freaking face and said that I hit her, just because they said that shit doesn't mean that I have to agree to it. No. Yes, I was accused. No, I didn't do any of that shit. No, I didn't do any of that shit. And like I say, I think it's super funny also, you know, that that they would sit there and talk about all these videos that are online that Michael has done privated. You know, he would demonize me and he would profit off of my, you know, slandering me and then privatize the videos. Dave 25 says he's probably so triggered right now. It doesn't take much to trigger him. And I think it's super funny, you know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to get their subscribers and their followers to be like, Michael's not talking about you. You shouldn't talk about Michael. There's not too many of them, but they're still here. We're still here, Bo. We're watching, Charlie. You beat up Bridget. You need to admit it. You beat up Bridget. You need to admit it. And no, I mean, I don't need to admit it. You know what I mean? All I need to do is damn live my life, do the right thing, and you all see what's what. You know what I mean? And yeah. You know, I have every right to call Michael out at any point, any given time, until Michael decides to come forward and admit the bullshit. Don Vito says, there's that mask. You like that, don't you? So, and it's so sad, man. You know, I'm talking to Mom right now, and she's so afraid of what she's going to do. You know what I mean? My Uncle Bobby, the fucking trailer is falling apart. So much to the fact that he's selling the place, trying to find him somewhere else to go. And, you know, he's trying to find a place on his own. He doesn't want, you know, he wants to live on his own. You know what I mean? But Mom has nowhere else to fucking go. If it wasn't for Uncle Bobby, who knows where Mom would be living right now? You know? And she can't get approved for SSI. She's trying, you know, and she's upset. She's sad, man. I'm sitting here talking to her right now, and she's just so super upset and sad and shit, and afraid of what's going to happen next. You think Bridget's mom is afraid of what's happening next? You think Bridget's mom is living in a house without a vehicle, without a job? No, she's fine. And mom's afraid. Mom can't even say nothing about it, man. She feels like they've done enough. You know what I mean? She feels like Michael's done enough, you know? And I mean, quite honestly, who's to say that she's wrong? You know what I mean? Like it's not necessarily and I thought about this earlier. I'm saying, it's not necessarily technically Michael's responsibility, you know what I mean, to support mom. He has every right to say no and you know allocate his funds wherever he wants, you know. And it would take mom telling me that. She pretty much said, it's their money, they do what they want. It'd been nice to have this and that and to be, to feel secure. It wouldn't take Michael much at all. It wouldn't take Michael $5,000, to give mom a little car, to get her a small little trailer. But it's not up to him, you know. It's not his responsibility just because he has it, you know. And I got to understand that, and mom understands that, you know what I mean? And mom straight up told me, and it really took mom saying that to me to be like, damn, maybe she is kind of right, overriding my emotions and looking at things rationally, you know what I mean? Like it's technically not his responsibility, and it's not his burden to bear. I love my mom, you know. But I mean, at some point, we all have to make it ourselves. You know what I mean? Look at me. And but it takes help. It really does. All it does is a little bit. All it requires is just a little bit of help and support. Mainly from family. And that's where I want to go ahead and tell you all. You know what I mean? About my best Christmas gift ever, man. And it comes in thanks to family, man. Erica's family are such wonderful people, and Miss Baker and Mr. Baker, you know what I mean? Are such kind, wonderful, caring people. You know what I mean? Understanding, you know. Joby has seen the videos of me with my purple hair, acting the hell out. Erica's mom, she would watch that live stream of me on Twitch showing my ass. And she would tell me, go back and watch it, Charlie. You should. And I'm just like, no. I would still not watch that clip, because I know. I kind of remember a lot of what happened. I was watching it through hazy eyes, and I was watching through that fog. Dave 25 says that was that was epic content. I mean, a lot of you guys, you've seen me derailed. Y'all have seen Charlie derailed, man. But I think it's got to be quite epic content to see me right that train, get the train back on the tracks and get it going again, as it were, right? Like, I mean, this is all real right here. This progress that you guys are seeing in me is 1,000% real. None of my downfalls was some choreographed bullshit. It was choreographed, but it was real. I wasn't in on it. You know what I mean? Well, I was in on it. I was gullible enough to, to fall for every trick in the book, But like you guys, this upbringing, this success story, and I don't want to say success because I'm not a success, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely a reinvention, right here, and it's all real, And I want to thank, Mr. and Mrs. Baker, Sandy and Joby, man. Love you guys so much. I guess they got together one night and Joby was thinking, I don't know if maybe it was Erica. Me and Erica, we have ourselves new jobs, different sections of the state. Not too far, incredibly, but we've only got one vehicle, right, guys? We've got old Dusty out there. She's amazing for us. But with our new jobs and our schedules conflicting, it was going to be really hard for us to make it. Dropping one off and taking, then going to the other, and then waiting for each other to get off work and shit like that. And Joby decided that he was going to give us his old Jeep, guys. So I was sitting there playing Jason like 2 days ago. Just sitting there playing Jason a couple of mornings ago, and Erica had gotten a call, and she stepped outside because our service inside sucks for some reason. So Adventures of Brian says, your room's looking good, buddy. Thank you so much, man. Feel free to bring me something and I'll throw it on the wall. Our friend Trina Hawks sent me that right there. I love it so much. It has become a staple in the Wolfpack. I just smelled perfume. So anyway, Joby was sitting there thinking, and he was like, he's got a Jeep that's just sitting around, not doing anything in his backyard. 2009 Jeep Wrangler, 30,000 miles on it, 6-speed. But you know me, I know how to drive a stick speed. I know how to handle a stick. I know my way around a stick. So, dude, he called up Erica. Erica called me out, and then Joby says straight up, I'm gonna give y'all the Jeep. So, guys, within the next month, we are going to have ourselves 2 vehicles. Going to have a 2009 Jeep Cherokee. What in the flip, guys? Like, did not expect it whatsoever. But man, it is truly a freaking blessing, guys. Like I say, me and Erica, we were going to make it work somehow. I'd have been sitting at work, 30, 45 minutes early and waiting an hour after work or something. Who knows? We were going to make it work. And then I think Joby might have heard us talking about maybe wanting to get that Colorado, that truck, or I don't know, but all I do know is that it was a very unexpected blessing, and we are so super thankful for it, Joby. You are an amazing man, dude, and I'm happy and proud, you know what I mean, to have earned your trust. If not your trust, then you at least like me. Feels like we get along a lot. We're always, when me and Joby first started talking, when I first met him, it wasn't probably 8 hours, and we were singing Tenacious D songs. It wasn't even a couple hours, and we were singing Tenacious D, being kind of goofy and shit, and there was almost kind of like a slight meshing right there, because Joby's a cool guy, and as long as you usher that respect out to him, as a Marine, Joby, kind of demands a certain amount of respect that I have no problem giving, especially to a man that has proven his self, his value to everything, his country, to Miss Baker, and Eric as well, and here he is making positive impacts on my life as well. You know what I mean? And I got to tell you, man, it really means a lot. And I just feel lucky and blessed and so super gracious and thankful, man. It's like, honestly, there's not too much more I can say other than then I'm going to continue to do the right thing. It really helps, it really invigorates, it really fuels that fire, that determination to stay on the right path, you know what I mean, and do the right thing, what's that reward system almost, and Picker Nation says, wow, that's proof there is a higher power, bro. Like, you don't know. Like, prayers can be answered. I'll never forget it, guys. I remember I had it was just after Thanksgiving. What was it, 2000 and probably 2005, I think it was. No. It was 2005, guys. It was at the very end of 2005. I had lost my job delivering sheetrock, and man, I told y'all this was the right around the time it was Thanksgiving, where I had gotten into it with Dad. I'm getting a dry throat. I'm about to have to grab me something to drink. But I would get into it with Dad. I would call his turkey dry, and then I would hide out in the room for like a week, eating up the garbage. Michael sneaking me turkey and shit, into his room, and basically doing everything I could to avoid apologizing, to my dad, and to avoid facing, my desperate situation, quite honestly, and we were all a bit in of a pickle at that time. We were all kind of depending on each other. Dad's I guess insurance or whatever, it wasn't doing as well. Insurance, not his disability. I don't know. Dad was still going out trying to sell sausages and bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches and stuff to like I tell you guys, like Dad would get up in the morning for his little side hustle. At this point, Dad would get up in the morning and he'd make sausage biscuits, sausage sandwiches, bacon, egg, and cheese, all different sorts of breakfast meals and sandwiches and pastries and stuff. And he would take them to like the local construction crews, guys. There was so much construction going on in Somerville that people were actually making profits off of like food trucks out here, And so Dad jumped in on it, and Dad would actually make a few dollars, guys. Dad would start, busting in a little bit extra money, and then some other vendor would get jealous and report Dad to the city, and Dad would have to obtain a license to start selling it. It cost too much, So anyways, like Dad was hustling. Jennifer's first husband, Josh, was living with us. He was hustling, and I was actually working with Josh at the time. Gina, thank you so much. Hey, Gina, how are you doing tonight? Thank you so much for joining and all the positivity. I remember there's a time where Miss Gina, was, a constant member of the Wolfpack. And I had just moved back to Columbia, and I was struggling with the alcohol then, and I was failing, and Gina was still there, and Gina's still here today. You know what I mean? And I want to, I'm super happy and thankful that I can show you the positive and sober Charlie here now. I can say that I'm sober and I'm trying and I can mean it. You know what I mean? And you're still with me, and that means a lot to me. Thank you very much. I will always be. Well, I'm going to do all I can to be the best Charlie that I can be for you guys, honestly. So, but yeah, Dad would, be very, I don't know. There was a cord of tension always with Dad, but at this point it was kind of, it was a little harder on him because we were staying in an actual house out in Somerville, and the rent was really high, and I didn't have a job. Michael didn't have a job. Kimberly was still living with us. She didn't have a job. All of us were living with Dad, and the only one that had a job was Josh, and Dad's unemployment or disability. and unfortunately, like the money was tight. And guys, I had lost my job delivering sheetrock. By this point, I was working in the warehouse, and I had the flu, and I came to work with the flu and got sick and went to sleep on the job and got fired, man. I got fired for sleeping on the job. and I couldn't find anything else. And man, it was so super bad, man. Me and Dad were just at it, like I really had to get out. I told y'all at one point, I went ahead and packed up my my book bag. I got all the change I could. I got me I had a Fossil watch, I packed up my Fossil watch, and I walked to the local to the nearest thrift store. I was going to pawn my Fossil watch for a taxi ride to my Uncle Bobby's. Uncle Bobby was always there to then bail out some damn body, whether he wanted to or not, he would still do it, and yeah, man, I walked to the pawn shop, and as soon as I get there, I noticed that the pawn shop had just shut down. The business was closed. There were people in there repairing it and shit. And as soon as I get there and see that the pawn shop is closed, it starts raining, guys. And I'm like, son of a bitch, what do I do? And there was a porta potty. The guys that were working on the pawn shop had a porta potty set outside for them. So guys, there I am sitting in the fucking porta potty. The stankin' ass porta potty too. It smelled so damn bad with everything that I owned that I could carry on my back. wondering what the hell I'm going to do next with this cheap ass fossil watch that I know is not going to fetch the cab fare to get me to my Uncle Bobby's, And I'm just sitting there in this stanking ass damn porta potty, with just the rain beating down on, and I'm just like contemplating sleeping in this fucking porta potty, and all because I wasn't ready to look within myself and realize, and admit that I'm wrong, apologize to my father, and truly take the damn steps forward, roll my fucking sleeves up and try and find a fucking job, and and that's where I was. I got myself all the way. It brought me all the way down to being in a porta potty in the middle of a rainstorm, for me to damn walk my ass back to dad's house, look my dad in the eye and say, I'm sorry, and tell him that I'm scared, then be honest and open, and that was the thing, man. I was just so super scared, and embarrassed. And Gina, thank you so much. Says Charlie has always had high energy. You may fall down, but you always get back up. Well, thank you so much. And I feel, like you got to, man. You can either lay down and wallow in it, and that's what I was doing. Like this is an instance of that moment, where I fell down and I was wallowing in it. Stephanie Hopkins, wow, much love to you. Namaste, right there. Yeah, it's all about just peace, man, and part of that peace, creating and developing that peace. 106 people here watching. Thank you all. I love you guys. We're going up a little bit. Love it. But a big part of that peace, is looking within yourself and finding exactly what it is that is creating that hell, that torment, you know what I mean? And then facing it truly, you know what I mean? And that's what I had to do. I went back to dad and I apologized to him, and I told him I'm scared, man. I need work. And dad, there's no sugarcoating it. Like, yeah, you do, son. Yeah, I can do that. Jesse, check it out. He wants me to put that painting up right here where y'all guys can see it. Put Jesse's painting up here. How you like that, Jesse? Cool. but yeah, so damn, then look at that. We got our faces up there. Ah, that's so cool. Right on the wall with Grandpa there with the grates. So, but now it looks like it's trying to focus on the faces. I got too many faces going on here. But yeah, so I would get with dad and I would straight up. I got a story here. This is talking, leading up to something here. So I would go back to dad and I would apologize and I'd, admit my fear, and my embarrassment, and the fact that, I needed, that, I understood that I was in a very precarious position, and, and that's where I prayed to the Lord, guys. Like, quite honestly, man, this is almost kind of miraculous right here, man. Me and dad would squash our beefs, you know what I mean? And dad would once again, I love you, son, and I'm here to help you, but you've got to help your fucking self. And that's one thing that dad always told me, he's like, I'll meet you halfway, but only halfway. You know what I mean? You've got to meet me the rest of the way, Charlie. That's one thing that I can be thankful for my dad for, like dad never gave me anything. You know what I mean? We weren't in a position for dad to give me anything. You know what I mean? Up until I was at a point where I was already gone, providing for myself, But dad did instill that in me, that work ethic, that drive, and he would tell me, he's like, I'll help you, but you got to help. You got to meet me halfway, And so, yeah, so me and dad were back on good terms again, that proverbial storm cloud had lifted a little bit. And I prayed to God that night, guys. I swear to God, man, I laid down and I had a serious heart-to-heart with the Lord, man. I was like, God, I'm in the toughest position that I've ever been in. I need your help. I need your love, and I need something, to hope and to build on, to have that hope for the future. And guys, I said this with, every ounce. Roy, what is up? Roy's in the house. Thank you so much for joining me, brother. We love you, Roy. And yeah, I mean, I really opened up my heart truly. You know what I mean? And I laid it all out there, man. I threw myself upon the throne, upon the pyre, truly risked out, and asked for help. And I swear to goodness, man, the very next day, I woke up and I sat there looking in the paper or monster.com. This is early internet days, applications and stuff. Very early for that. And yeah, that afternoon I went and picked up my brother-in-law. Jennifer was married to Josh still at the time, and he was still working at the place where I had just got shit canned from. And dad told me go pick up Josh, use my mom's car and go pick up Josh and shit. And while I was there waiting for him to get off work, one of my former bosses would tell me that his wife, actually needed help at the paint store that she was working at. And man, don't you know, I got on at this paint store and I worked there almost 9 years straight, guys. Just like that, man. The very next day, not even 12 hours after, I poured my heart and soul out, and I begged and I seriously asked for help. I looked to whatever force there was above or beyond, and I asked for help truly. And I meant it, you know. And man, I'm telling you, it happened just like that, guys. I mean, it really feels like that prayer had been answered, man. That some kind of divine force, reached down or picked me up and put me in a different place or just rained the blessings upon me in my location, as it were, and it really almost felt sort of supernatural, you know what I mean? And it developed a certain amount of hope, you know what I mean? That we all need in our lives to continue to move forward. You know what I mean? A man without hope, a man without vision, is just a man stuck in his own rut. You know what I mean? And there is no future in that, guys. Just imagine if y'all saw. I mean, how many like I had over 2,500 people watching uh the night of my meltdown, whenever I was staying over there in the Otto Hotel or whatever. No, the Night's Inn. Was it the Night's Inn that I was at, or I can't remember. The last night of my meltdown before Erica would come and rescue me. I had over 2,500 people watching my meltdown. You know what I mean? Watching, perhaps one of the lowest points in Charlie's life, in my life, guys. I'm not going to talk about me in the third person here, you know. And man, like it was a hard thing to come back from, quite honestly. I've said and done a lot of horrible things, trolly things, you know what I mean? Just things just to try and piss people off, you know what I mean? To shock, you know. And all it did was breed negative results in my own life, quite honestly, and there was a lot of you that saw it, that pretty much watched me take a gift and a blessing, and just straight shit it down the drain. Y'all would watch me sit here and be controlled by my own emotions. Y'all would watch other people, that knew things about me, and what made me tick, and what made me hurt, and y'all would just pretty much watch, me become manipulated, into this monster. You know what I mean? That I never wanted to show. That we all have. We've all got that deep, dark side to us. We can all channel that side. We can all become, the person that we hate the most. You know what I mean? And if we let it. You know what I mean? We're all that yin and that yang. So many people like to sit there, so many YouTubers and so many people, in social media, they want to sit there and hide that shit. They try their best to hide the most human side of them. You know what I mean? Like, we've all got that evilness. We've all got that darkness. We've all got those thoughts. You know what I mean? We've all screwed up. We've all made mistakes. You know what I mean? But, I'm one of the rare ones that'll sit there and, show you and be like, hey, look, yes, I fucked up. Yes, I screwed up. We got 92 people in here. Thank you all. And you all know Charlie is screwed up. Charlie has done things and said things that Charlie, that I'm not proud of. You know what I mean? But you see me admit, y'all see me share when I'm having a bad day or something. Halloween. I apologize. The Halloween live stream wasn't a very happy live stream, quite honestly. You know what I mean? It should have been a little more festive. I could have told a few more, scary stories or something, But I just, quite honestly, I wasn't feeling very festive. I wasn't feeling very Halloweeny, as it were, And I wasn't about to just come on here and just paint that face, and hey guys, everything's great over here, because quite frankly, everything wasn't, And I think that you guys, quite frankly, I think that you guys appreciate the fact that I can come out here and be like, guys, I'm not feeling well. You know what I mean? Today's a bummer, This happened, that's on my mind. A third, this, that, and the third, And who said back is the size of? Oh, not me. Okay. Yeah, man. Like, and yeah, you know what I mean. You guys, I don't know. Like, I feel thankful and blessed that I can come out here and be like, hey, man, I'm not having a good day, And that's where we were, for Halloween, and but you all came forth and you were like, hey, man, me neither. Like, how many of us are actually, living our best lives right now during this, all this time of uncertainty and political turmoil? You know what I mean? How many of us here are actually living our best lives and are at, our most positive? How many of us don't have a little bit of depression or something going on right now during this time of a pandemic and quarantine and uncertainty? You know what I mean? And a lot of you would come forward and be like, yeah, I understand, me too. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that I can, connect with you guys, on, not always on a high chipper level, you know what I mean? Even, the fact that, we're all together in this low point, you know what I mean? It's something to be said about that, you know what I mean? A connection that we can make, not just on, a fake level, guys, but on a very cellular, organic level. It means a lot, man. I was sitting here watching this thing while I was at the doctor's office waiting on my physical, guys. I was watching this thing on TV that made so much freaking sense, guys. They were talking about, us living in this this online, almost simulated reality that we have, that we all share right now and here, and online personalities, and they were talking about your confidence, at its roots, you know what I mean? How we all develop this false front, you know what I mean, on social media, and these characters on social media, like Michael has created Pickle Boy, you know what I mean, and how Michael has created this false front, this false sense of security and confidence, you know what I mean, that he's created through Pickle Boy, but is separated from Michael Green, you know what I mean? How, like, how Pickle Boy is this great character, and he's beloved by millions and stuff, but how Michael Green is not, you know what I mean? And it just always like, holy shit. Like, it's a false front, you know what I mean? Like Michael claims how he's so great, he's so wonderful or whatever, but He's not, like his character, is living his best life, while Michael Green, is sitting there like, fuck, I'm not this confident person, that Pickle Boy is, you know what I mean? And that in turn creates this identity crisis. You know what I mean? That not only he, but McJuggernuggets, Keemstar, all these YouTubers have created. You know what I mean? Like, they have them themselves and then their characters, and their characters are so much higher than them themselves are. Where they live, they decide to live in that bubble. Rebecca Spratling says Mike always wears a mask. All narcissists do. And quite frankly, unfortunately, that is what YouTube has bred. A generation of narcissists. Quite frankly, that I am thankful that I broke out of. You know what I mean? There was a time where we'd watch YouTube and we'd be like, man, that's real. They were channeling this certain and creating this certain bond with us, on a cellular, on a realistic level, that we all realize now is not the case. You know what I mean? There was a time where we'd look at YouTubers and they were the barometer for realistic entertainment. What was really happening in the world. Now you say YouTuber and it conjures up negative connotations. You think YouTuber and you think clickbait, you think over dramatization. Am I right? When you think YouTuber, you don't think vlogger anymore. You don't think real. You think clickbait. You think choreographed lines. You think Pickle Boy, and you don't think Michael Green anymore. You think Pickle Boy, the clickbaiter. You think McJuggernuggets, the clickbait storyline creator. You see them as creating storylines and stuff. You see them as like heightening and the drama in their lives for views, as opposed to just being real ordinary people. David Silver, thank you so much, says you're just Charles Green. And exactly right, guys. Like, I have stripped that. I've been stripped of that Charlie Chill. I've been taking out of the whole YouTuber lifestyle. These last 3 years have pretty much been me, Charles Green, struggling and fighting just to get by, to try and create a normal life for myself. You know what I mean? And that is what you all have seen. That is what you all have adhered to me. That is what has created my confidence. I haven't been Charlie Chill, the guy getting by on daily vlogs. You know what I mean? I've become Charles Green, the guy struggling really just to get by. You know what I mean? And that is, just like all of you. How many of you out there, you know what I mean, have adhered to my character, not Charlie Chill, but Charles Green, the man that wakes up every morning and hits you up on Facebook, you know what I mean, and lets you know how my life is going. The man that did a Halloween vlog of not much. You know what I mean? The man that lost his wallet on Halloween. And that was damn near what I did for Halloween. Got dressed up and lost my wallet, and I put it out there for you still, and yeah, like I have created a Wolfpack. I have created this following and this confidence in myself that has not been bred solely, through YouTube storylines. You know what I mean? Like, you guys have been following this journey of mine that has been a very real journey. You know what I mean? And I don't have to sit there and sit there and struggle with the thought in my mind that this new feeling, this wonderful, confidence that I've created for myself, is a front, is not bred off of, YouTube. That was the thing, guys. I felt so bad whenever I was living at Dad's house and I was following those storylines with Michael and Dad, and Dad cut Charlie's PlayStation controller cord, and Dad got Charlie, treating Charlie like shit. It made me feel so bad because you guys were hitting me up in messages, and I'm sorry, Charlie, and you, we love you, Charlie. You don't deserve that and stuff, and And I'm just like, damn, all these people are loving me and sending me all this love and shit, and I don't deserve any of it. Like it's not real. I'm not going through any crisis or turmoil right now. I was living my best life at that time. Like granted, I didn't have my own place, but I was reconnecting with my father and with my family, and I was a part of something that I had never experienced before. This whole YouTube gathering, you know what I mean? I was thrust into the grandpa family, online family, and I had so many people, man, like hitting me up constantly. We love you, we love you, we can relate, we feel bad for you, but none of it was real. You know what I mean? And I felt like I deserve it. I'm just like, shit, you wake up almost kind of like, man, I'm a fraud. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, man, I feel like a fucking fraud. Where now, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, shit, I feel confident. I am earning all this that I have, that me and Erica have created for ourselves. We have earned it. There is no false front, and like it means a lot. Shirley, what is up? Just listening to you has made my day better. You're real, and I love that. Well, I love you back, Shirley, and just want to give a shout out to you and your little man. I heard something about like some other family members or whatever tried to lock the little dude out of his a tablet or something like that. That he loved playing his tablet, and that some family members or something got mean, and locked the little dude out of his tablet and shit. But y'all got him a new one, and he's got a smile on his face again. Thank you so much for that. I love seeing that. Hate seeing family roll on each other, you know what I'm saying? But whenever you can provide for them and say, hey, screw you guys, I got it. I got the little man. It means a lot. You know what I mean? And I want to thank you for being there for that little man. It's going to mean a lot to him in his life, and it's going to show him exactly, what true family will do for each other and what true family means. You know what I mean? Like I say, it wouldn't take Michael $5,000 to get mom on her feet, help mom get her shit back, and he won't do it. He don't have to do it. I'm not saying that he has to, but it would be nice. You got it. You can do it. You're doing it for Bridget's mom. Do it for your own mom, And here we have Erica's family doing that for us. You know what I mean? Michael could have ended the war long ago and decided to try and help his brother Charlie out if he wanted to. But you know what? In a big way, I'm happy that Michael didn't, because here I am. Me and Erica have done all this for ourselves. You know what I mean? I freaking put my boots on and I stepped through that war zone. I held high. And I fought and clawed my way back. And Michael can't take credit for a damn thing that I've accomplished. Where I am in my life right now, Michael can't say he helped at all. Google's a piece of shit. Thank you so much. It says Michael is stuck in a web of his own lard-soaked lies. He knows it. He still has people trying to hit me up right now, tell me, please, just take credit. Just take the blame. Just accept all the lies and bullshit that Michael put on you. That way he doesn't have to admit it. And y'all can start working together again. Like, no, I'm not doing it. Amar Tube says, was it jealousy or he hated seeing you succeed? I mean, it was fear of losing his own shit, because, my volatile personality, and I was getting drunk, and I know so much bullshit about the family. I've got, shit on Michael, I know all the inner workings, everything that's going on right now. Michael was afraid of me doing, you know what I mean? So he did his best to try and discredit me. You know what I mean? That's what it was all about, was, trying to discredit me, and unfortunately it didn't work. Like Michael would have to break out and of his own character so much to try and discredit me and lie so freaking much, you know what I mean, that 3 years later it's toppling in on himself, and yeah, like I say, I can be thankful for the fact that Michael has done nothing to help me whatsoever. That where I am in my life right now, if anything, You know, he made it worse. Michael made it harder on me. Right? I mean, he's been paying Isaac the past 3 years to troll me to death. You know what I mean? To try and make sure that, you know what I mean, that they got me fired from my very first job that I started. When I got here to North Carolina, they would find out where I was working. They would blast it everywhere, all over people's live streams and shit, and I would get fired. They would try and get Erica fired from her long-time job, and it was all Michael. Michael would contact Erica and try and sway her his way. You know what I'm saying? I don't think about Charlie in my sleep, but he's hitting up Erica trying to get her to leave me. Brown Dog, thank you so very much. Says, hi, Charlie. Good to see you. Good to see you too, man. Thank you all for joining. 101 people here. 101 Dalmatians. Ow! You guys are all rocking. And he would try and get Erica to leave me when Erica was like, no, screw you guys. Well, then he would have Isaac go live calling Erica's work trying to get her fired. What kind of petty shit is that? At every turn, they've gone the extra mile to try and destroy Charlie, and it's not worked. Here we are 3 years later, guys, and I feel stronger than ever, thanks to Michael. So I can say thank you, Michael, for making it harder on me, for making me stronger, making me a stronger man, quite honestly, I have walked through fire. Ace Man says, I remember that shit. It was ridiculous. Every time he turned around, it was something different. Charlie raped his sisters. Charlie gave his nephew drugs and alcohol. Charlie beat his father. Charlie was sleeping with underage girls. Oh, what else? Charlie beat his own daughter. Oh my God, dude! Every day, Charlie's gay. Charlie's got warrants. Every day it was something new. Rachel Lynn says, I wish he can just let it go and be proud of you. I wish Michael could too, because he's fighting a losing battle. Like, Michael tries every day to make everyone think that Charlie's still drinking, that Charlie's a bad guy. And all it's doing is making him look bad. He's the one that can't just fucking face the facts that I'm doing well. And what kind of person does that make him? What kind of person is that? If you can't sit there and honestly look at, this, you're a family member of yours. You can't sit back and look at everything good that they're doing. You can't honestly be like, okay, yeah, they're doing well. They've gotten off the drugs and alcohol, and I'm proud of them. Like, what kind of person actually feels spiteful watching somebody, family member, anybody, kick the drugs and alcohol and kick those demons? Yeah, says Smokey says Charlie gave drugs to his nephews. Like what, dude? Like, really? Yeah. He said he probably told them to say to the camera that he gave me drugs. Like, come on, how many times have I heard people say, yeah, that looked like Michael looked like he damn coached those boys into saying that? How many of y'all felt like that video was coached? How many of y'all felt like Jacob was uncomfortable in that video? I didn't watch it. I couldn't watch it. I can't watch Michael manipulate children, let alone my own nephews. You know? Smokey says they made it real, so congrats to them for the show or drama. David Silver says, now that's child abuse. I mean, really? Is that not child abuse? Manipulating your own nephew into damn lying and talking shit about his uncle on videos to put it on YouTube, to put it on the internet. Shirley says definitely was coached. Ace Man says you could tell they were coached. Your nephew hesitated. You know, and that's where Michael, you know, and instead of calling the police and doing the right thing, Michael sweeps it under the rug. You know what I mean? He doesn't call the police and get Charlie in trouble and arrested for giving his giving his nephew drugs and alcohol, even though they got proof. They take it to the internet. They go for social justice. Why do they go for social justice? Because you don't need any proof to convict a man online. All you've got to do is sit there and say it, and you'll have fucking people following you if you're influential enough. And that's what Michael did. Zero proof other than allegations. That's why Michael and Bridget didn't show up to court whenever she accused me of hitting her. I had a lawyer. I would have got off. Instead, they didn't show up. Why? Because they lied. Why didn't Michael have Jennifer and Kimberly call the police? why was Kimberly and Jennifer so comfortable being around their big brother for so many years until that sad day in July? Why would they be so comfortable being around me if I molested them? Because they lied. Smokey says because they knew they were bullshitting the whole time. And see, Michael, this is something that you created, bro. I'm not going to give it up. I'm an innocent man, and I will say it to my death. And Charlie won't stop talking about it. I don't have to stop talking about it. I have every right to vindicate myself. Lone Wolf says, your own family, bro. I feel bad. I mean, but don't, man, because like my dad said, Dad would always tell me, man, no one will fuck you like family. And damn, was he not true? Was he not telling the truth? It ain't nothing like a family member to throw another family member under the fucking bus. You know, because you feel comfortable. You feel comfortable with them. And that's one thing that I noticed with my family, guys. With Michael, Jennifer, Kimberly, hell, Mom. Not so much Dad, but the rest of them, they were so quick to throw each other under the bus. Kimberly would jump on Jennifer's ass and beat Jennifer up at school before she'd go jump on somebody else. Kimberly felt like she was a badass. Kimberly thought she was a fucking bully. Thought that she was a tough girl. Only person that she'd beat up in school was her own fucking sister. You know what I mean? They would roll on their own family to make a fucking friend. And that's never changed. That's been before the internet. Rachel Lynn, what is up? Says, I've known Bridge and Mike since the beginning, and you're the only one who reached out to me to thank me and say you saw what I sent to AGP's funeral. They weren't always like this. Fame has changed them. Fame has changed them. Who remembers the early Pickle Boy videos? Him and Bridget in their apartment and then in their first house. You know, with real content, making food, going out and doing things. Not choreographing shit. A lot of you guys really enjoyed the early content. And y'all have watched them change. Y'all have watched the change. I don't have to tell y'all anything. Y'all have seen it. And that's why we're here where we are now. CM Punk for Life says they changed big time. David Silver says, "Sorry, but if you were so violent, why would they allow me to live with their elderly father?" Yeah. If I raped Jennifer, why would she invite me to her house to raise her kids twice? Hmm? Why would damn me and Kimberly all buddy up? How? How could Kimberly sit there and work with me? And how could not even that? How could she live with me in the same house? For how many years? If I had forcibly held her down and let my friends rape her, you know how physically and mentally scarring that would be? Don't you think if damn Kimberly got held down and freaking raped, that she wouldn't have been taken to the fucking hospital? That she wouldn't have been physically damaged so much to the point where she would have had to go to the hospital and got checked out, and they would have known that she had been raped. And then they would have launched an inquiry. Oh, but Kimberly got raped, held down and forcefully raped at what, 9 years old, physically damaged, mentally and physically damaged, but didn't say nothing to dad and mom. Was able to hide her damaged vagina. Don't they say whenever you penetrate, your first penetrated, there's a hymen that breaks and you're bleeding and shit? I don't know how many females in here have been physically raped. You don't have to come out here and say that you had, but just think about it. Like, could you really live amongst a person that did that to you? Could a child be able to hide that fact? Jim Morrison says, I agree with you. Chastity says she didn't bleed much when her hymen broke, but yeah. Is that something that you'd be able to physically hide, the scars and the trauma, the emotional scarring and trauma that you're living with? Could you really be able to hide that as a child? Being forced to live with your tormentor the way Kimberly was forced to live with her tormentor, me, for the next 10 years? Lone Wolf says, no, not as a kid. PFP Son says, I agree 100%. Jeff Bartlebaugh says, I agree. Victor Chavez says, yes, I believe you, bro. They lie for content. They try so hard to throw you under the bus. They did. Those were horrible, horrible lies. I had so many of you guys were like, holy shit. 140 people watching. I'm getting into some juicy stuff now, huh? I had so many of you guys were like, holy shit, Charlie, I can't believe you did that. Why would they come forward and lie? And I agree. Why? Why the fuck? Who? What kind of person could come forward and lie about their own family members like that? Anybody like that. Not just family, but anybody. I had people sending me DMs, pictures of guns and bullets, telling me not to leave the house, that they were watching me and shit. David Silver says, why did Michael conveniently record the admission when the drama happened with you? Yeah. Why did all this shit not come out before that crazy day in July when I would screw around and damn bring out some family info? Ace Man says, Charlie, during the last 10 streams, you have had more viewers than Isaac has on a regular. His views are plummeting. That's because they're trying not to talk about Charlie. You see what happens when they don't talk about Charlie? Splat. And I'm loving it. Like, they're trying to flip it now. We don't talk about Charlie. Look at the videos. Little Nut says Isaac is a fat bum. Smokey says, why did Mike even film the whole situation when it could have been private? Oh, right, because it was for views. It was for views and it was for damages. Michael wanted to damage me. Michael sat back and he had me come out and they confronted me and he recorded it in his pocket 6 months before he would come public with it. I told you guys, it was right around JC or Jacob's birthday. Kimberly came down to visit. When's Jacob's birthday? In April? I would leave Dad's house in October or something like that. There was a timeline. And Michael would record it and he would sit on it until he felt convenient. He felt it was convenient to use it. David Silver says, sorry, I'm so heated. I was a victim of child molestation. It never left my mind. If I thought you were guilty, I would want you locked up. But damn, doing it for views. So I'm telling you, they didn't go to the police and do it right. They decided to do social media. Didn't you, Michael? Because you had no freaking proof to damn have me convicted over some damn bullshit petty lies. Let me take another leak real quick, guys. Y'all talk amongst each other about false accusations. All right. False accusation. You know what? Let me get something to drink too, real quick. Hey, baby. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. Right. I like tea. All right. False accusations. And see what makes it so bad, man. Jim Morrison, everybody say fuck Michael, fuck Michael. Yeah, like what makes it so bad, you know what I'm saying, is that my family was tore apart by false accusations. You know, Michael, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it out. You know, the reason that he brought it all out in the first fucking place, or that he tried to damn destroy me and damn have me discredited and villainized and turned on, was all because I brought up the fact that Dad was falsely accused of child molestation back when we were kids. Yep. And it has destroyed our lives. My own cousin, Catherine, she would molest me and my cousin Chris. Would have me performing oral crap on her in the bathroom when I was in second freaking grade. Kind of find out she was doing it to my cousin Chris as well. We didn't say a damn word because we were so embarrassed that we lived with it. Even after she turned around and falsely accused my father and his father, two uncles. My cousin would come forward and accuse of molesting her, only to find out that she had molested me and my cousin Chris. I didn't say a word about it until damn when my mama died. I was in prison, and then the whole family came together to see my mama off, you know, for her funeral. And then all there would be a war going on, you know, between my cousin Chris and my cousin Catherine, because I would try to get along with my cousin, but he never did. And he was so pissed off at her, you know, falsely accusing his father, you know, that he decided to say, hey, you want to talk about rape? We'll talk about rape. And then come to find out, I never even knew it. He didn't know that I had been raped, and I didn't know that he had been raped until he came forward. And I was like, holy shit, me too. Come to find out, she had raped both of us and turned around and blamed her uncles of raping her. Such bullshit. Next thing you know, we had to split our whole families up. My cousin and them had to move to New York, and then me and my family had to move to Columbia. And we had such a tight family relationship. My cousin would ruin it all with those false accusations. And then fast forward 20 years later, and I've got both of my sisters doing the same fucking thing to me. How's it feel, Kimberly? How's it feel, Jennifer? To know you're no better than Catherine. You see what Catherine did to Dad? Dad had to uproot the whole family, man. We ended up being the poorest and the worst off that we had ever been in our lives. All because of a false accusation that ruined our family. And here they go doing the same damn thing. Like they learned nothing from it. How many times will you sit there and watch Dad cry his fucking self to sleep? Because Mom would get in a bipolar state and be like, well, maybe you did molest Catherine. Jab right in Dad's heart. And we would sit there and we'd feel for Dad and cry for Dad because we knew that Dad wasn't like that. And because I knew the truth, I knew that I had been molested, but I wasn't going to say a word about it. God, I wish I had said something, you know? Maybe if I'd said something back then, after it happened, maybe she wouldn't have had the opportunity to accuse my dad and my uncle of it, you know? But I can't sit there and blame my damn self. Metalhead 2020, what's up, brother? Marcus McGarvey says lies are so destructive, especially from family. Especially from family, because like how many of you actually believed Michael? How many of you actually believed Jennifer and Kimberly just off the sole basis that they were family? 141 people here watching. How many of y'all actually believed, first off, that Michael and them were telling the truth? Just because they were family. You're like, what kind of family would lie about something like that? Lone Wolf said he believed him. Corey says he never believed him. A says he kind of believed Destruct. You know, so many. I mean, because like, you know, Michael's credibility was so freaking high. You know, like, you know, he could have done nothing wrong. And then when y'all sat there and watched Grandpa cry, like when Michael made Jennifer and Kimberly make those lies up, say those lies in front of Dad, they made Dad believe that I molested my sisters. They made Dad cry on video just to trigger all you into saying, fuck you, Charlie. Like I say, don't you know Dad died with so much fear and sadness and disappointment in his heart? All because Michael was feeding him bullshit. Charlie did this. Charlie raped his sisters. Charlie gave his nephews drugs and alcohol. And Dad knew better than that too. So Grandpa died in such a state of sadness because of Michael. Didn't he, Michael? Y'all know the truth. Dad knows the truth now. Michael, you may not believe in God. You may not believe in an afterlife. You may you may try and feel like that absolves you of your sins. Oh, you don't believe in an afterlife, so you don't believe that Dad is up there judging you, looking down on you. Ace Man says, come in the chat and apologize, Mike. We know you're watching. Yeah, come on in and apologize, Mike. That's all you got to do. Apologize. Come in, apologize, reach out to me. And we can handle this like family, like adults, like brothers. Reach out. Try to create some content. Or not, that's not even, this is just natural content right here. Everybody is so involved and interested and invested in all this right here, you know what I'm saying, that it's going to naturally breed content. Don't you know? If you just came forward and we just did a video with a sit down, don't you know that'd be 1 million views right there? We'd be able to fix our relationship, and I'd save your damn YouTube channel. I would save your YouTube channel. How many of you guys believe that I would save Michael's YouTube channel? You don't? You think his channel's done for regardless? Tanmay says he thinks so. Jeff Bartle, bro, says he doesn't believe in God, but let's pray for Jennifer, fucking hypocrite. Yeah, let's see. Your Metalhead 2020 says, I don't think Michael really wants to work this out. You know, I disagree. I don't think that he wants to work it out for the right meaning, though, for the right reason. He doesn't want to work it out because he believes in family and trust and recuperation. You know, I think that Michael wants to get back along because he needs that attention. He needs that clout. He needs that sense of importance. You know what I mean? Like, these videos with him and Jesse just are not cutting it. Guys, holy shit. The whole last week that he's worked with Jesse, not one video has reached 200,000 views. Can you guys believe that? Holy shit. Michael and Jesse working together, and they're still not hitting 200,000 views. Woo! How do you think that feels on their egos? Don Darkface says they tell the truth about McJuggernuggets, and Pickle Babel kicked out the house for West. Nightwolf says, Charlie, you need to look at McJuggernuggets videos. Really creepy and weird and disturbing. Child Protection Services need to be called on Mike. I didn't say that. But I know it's horrible, you know. I would talk to Mom, you know, and she would talk about how the boys, how JC is in jail for a year right now for beating up his mom with crutches. How, you know, Johnny is in a home right now, 6 months, or who knows how long, but he's been in a home for a few months already. You know, it almost seemed like she was blaming the boys, you know. And it's so sad, you know, it's so fucked up. Like Michael has all these advantages. Michael, the millionaire, Michael that can do anything he wants, except take care of his family properly, except make sure that these boys stay out of fucking trouble. And now, granted, Michael's not their father, but he was their custodian. And not only that, bro, he had every opportunity to send these boys to summer camp, send these kids to baseball camp. Help them, you know, give them a leg up in life. Instead, it seems like every fucking body in Michael's circle is doing bad except for him. He's got Jennifer living in his house. 2 nephews are in freaking foster home. JC's in jail. Johnny's in freaking damn a mental home right now. My mom is fucking living with her brother. The only people that are doing well are the ones away from him. Kimberly is up in New York living on her own. I'm here in damn North Carolina living on my own. The only ones in the family that are doing okay are the ones that aren't near Michael. Yet Michael says he does everything for family. What do you guys think? Marcus McGarvey says Jennifer just wants to be in videos. Jennifer will do whatever the hell she's told. We already found that out after Jennifer tried to stand up for herself, and only to have Steve Billings show private messages of Jennifer admitting to being a prostitute. And then Isaac would go live calling Jennifer a prostitute. And so Jennifer would shut the hell up, didn't she? Who remembers that? Who remembers whenever Jennifer tried to stand up for Nikki Flockabelly, and then Steve Billings showed all the private messages of her admitting to being a prostitute, and then Isaac doing a live stream about it? Jeff Bartleby says she caught herself on fire for it. Austin Ferris says, I like your cup, Charlie. Thank you so much, man. I got it from the Halloween Express. Every day is Halloween. But yeah, Michael can do this and he can do that, but you don't see anybody in the fucking family doing good but him. Well, everybody in his circle. Because I got high says, I kind of feels like you only talk about Michael and Fat Boy. You need to let it go so you can move forward. No, I'm not going to let it go, and I'm going to move forward. See, that's the thing, guys. Like don't sit there and say I'm not moving forward. You can't sit there and say I'm not moving forward because, bro, look what I'm doing for myself. Got me a wonderful job that I'm about to start. I've gone so many places, checked out so many waterfalls. Me and Erica has been to so many band races. I have been living my life and enjoying it to the fullest. So don't sit there and say that I'm not moving on, because I have moved on further than they will ever move. While Michael and Bridget have been stuck in their rut, shoving their faces for the last 3 years, I've been out here making a change in my life, especially these last 6 months. And so if I sit there and talk about them, it's because I have a reason to. When was the last video that Michael posted about me? Not even 2 weeks ago. How many vlogs do y'all see me do? Bro, get over it. Michael and Fat Boy have lost. Michael and Fat Boy have lost. And you know what? As long as there's even one troll, as long as there's even one single troll that hits up my Facebook or hits up my YouTube or any form of social media and says, Charlie rapes his sisters, well, then I have every single right to damn call Michael and them out. I have every single right. You know why? Because their lies are still permeating in history. Their lies are still coming back to me. They didn't say nothing about me 2 weeks ago. They didn't say nothing about me yesterday. They said something about me 3 years ago that is still permeating and still invading my bubble. So I still have every single right. If even one person, and sometimes I hold on to that. Sometimes I'll even use just that one troll. I'll let that one little troll build a fire up under me to come out here and damn start exposing and start talking about what I know and how I feel. Even one. Because that one troll, he represents Michael. That's not a random troll talking shit to me this morning. That was Michael. It ain't had to be Michael, but this random troll is spitting Michael's words. Michael's messenger, Michael's follower. He represents Pickle Boy. So when one troll sits there and talks shit to me, Michael talks shit to me. That's the way I see it. A lot of times I'll let it go, but there's sometimes I just want to come out there and be like, hey, check this out. Emily Hale says, much love. Thank you so very much. Much love back to you, man. I appreciate all the love, man. Like, geez, like I say, Michael is still to this day trying to damn discredit me. Trying to lie. And don't you love it, man? Like, they aren't saying a fucking word. Like, Michael and Isaac are shut the hell up right now. I'm sitting here bringing them out. I'm freaking bringing the heat on their asses right now. And they ain't saying a word. They're like, we'll just ignore it. We'll just ignore it. You can't ignore it, fuckers. You can ignore it, but nobody else is ignoring it. and nobody else is damn. Every freaking body's believing me too. I love it. I don't want to sit here and gloat and brag, and I was right. But bro, man, it does feel good calling them out on everything, and they can't say a word about it because they know it's all true. They can't say a fucking word. CM Punk for life says, I'm a Charlie fan. Thank you so very much, man. Appreciate that. It does. It means a lot, dude. It makes me feel so good, guys, that I come out here and I tell my truth. And I call them fuckers out, and you all are like, Charlie nailed it. Charlie nailed him again. And all they say is, Charlie's drunk. Charlie's been drinking. Charlie molested his sisters. While I'm like, yeah, zing, pow. Frankie's fun part. Hey, Mike, eat that hernia with some mustard. Oh, man. So, yeah, man. I love it, guys. Like, shit. I'm not going to stop. They wish I would stop. Don't you know they wish that I would shut the hell up? Don't you know I wish that y'all would have shut the hell up? Don't you know that I wish everything would have just chilled back in 2017 when I just got out of rehab and all I needed was family? All I needed was somebody that could help me. And what did Michael do? He paid another man's bills to try and destroy me. Smokey says if they wanted you to stop, they would have said sorry already. Exactly. But you know what? Michael can't. Michael and Isaac are so far deep in it now. Isaac won't let Michael. Don't you know, like Isaac won't let Michael. If Charlie and Michael were to get back together, it's got to be on Isaac's terms. And I've done said how many times? Fuck Isaac. How many times have they approached me and Isaac tried to get me on his show? Isaac tried to be the mediator. Isaac wants the attention, and I'm like, fuck you. Michael and Isaac have so much dirt on each other. Like Erica says, man, it's going to be crazy whenever Isaac realizes he can get more views off of attacking Michael. But either way, I don't know what's up with that. All I do know is that ain't no friendship. What kind of fucking friendship is that? where you're both in a stalemate. Smokey says, spill some tea about Tina. I don't need to spill no fucking tea about her. I honestly don't know much about her, like I say, except for, what I've pretty much done told, I had a dream about Tina last night. I don't remember what happened, but I remember she was in there wearing a hat to my bow. Matt Nolan, thank you so very much. Woo, dropped a 20 on me, man. That is awesome. I love it. And definitely that'll go towards Erica's Christmas present next year. We'll get paid on the 21st, so I'll have like 4 days. I'll have like 4 days to get Erica a Christmas present. So, but look at this, man. Dead Inside says, set off Charlie. Edgar Garcia says, is Michael on crack? Look at this, Michael. You got so many people just itching, just begging Charlie to call you out on so much shit that they believe, that they know that I know about you. So many people want me to just bring it out, man. And I could. There's still so much I can bring out and so much that I can remind people of that they didn't really believe me about before. Like how many of y'all remember whenever I called out Michael and Bridget for hiring call girls? Remember when I told you all that Michael and Bridget were doing a three-way thing with call girls and y'all were like, yeah, right. No freaking way. I said that back in 2017. How many of y'all believe me now? How many of y'all believe me now that Michael and Bridget were hiring call girls and having three ways? Desi Montane says, I knew they swing. Emily Hale says, yep, they have threesomes. And I told you, Bridget had a threesome with her cousin. Remember whenever I was drunk that night that I got back back from the hospital? And Bridget had the camera in my face and I told her to go sleep with her cousin again? Who remembers that? Michael forced Bridget to have a threesome with her own cousin. Michael forced her. Michael told me the story. Forced her. Forced Bridget to go down on her own cousin. I'm telling you, Michael. Come apologize to me, bro. Come say you're sorry, Michael. I've got so much more I can drop. Come say you're sorry, Michael. Come apologize for trying to ruin my life. For trying to ruin my life. Because as you know, it didn't work, as you're seeing right now. Marcus McGarvey says, you called it. I told you all 3 years ago. My story has never changed. And 3 years that I've been talking with you all, 3.5 maybe. My story has never changed, has it? Frankie Fun Park says, come on, Fat Mike, we know you're here. Tan May says, Mike is trash. Desi Montoni says, Michael and Bridget are literally just bullies. Well, I told you, like Doug would tell me straight up that Bridget was the biggest troll out of all of them. Said Bridget has like fucking 30 accounts. And Bridget's king troll. She doesn't really have 30. She has people that troll for her. She'll troll, but she also has other people that troll for her. 160 people watching. Thank you all. Keytown Preacher says, damn right, and Mike is watching. We know you're watching, Mike. Come apologize, man. Guys, this is awesome. I feel great. I feel so freaking good, man. You all finally believe me. Whew. Wow. Just wonderful. James Parker says, fuck Mike and Isaac. I support you, Charlie. Love you, Charlie. Tiffany Shallow says, it's going to feel good tonight. He's going to do the tongue lick. I got to stop talking. Good. Oh, man. Emily Hale says she believed me from the beginning. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. You know, like I say, I didn't make it easy on myself, and I didn't make it easy for people to believe me, you know, because I would get frustrated and I would yell, you know, and I would sling personal attacks and slurs, you know, and I would avoid, you know, truth and stuff, or I would delude truth with attack, lies and personal attack. Not lies, but personal attack, you know. And I would also get drunk and just be wasted. And you guys were like, man, whatever, Charlie, we don't believe you, you know. David Silver says, I told you the truth will set you free, saith the Lord. The truth will set you free, Michael. Come forward and admit your lies, brother. Come give me a hug. I'll never forget it, man. Whenever after Dad died and I got down to the hotel room, you know, and Michael came and he saw me and shit, and we cried. Remember everybody, Michael would actually tell you guys about me crying and stuff, and Charlie really does feel bad about his father dying. We cried together, you know. He tried to validate my feelings by saying he saw me cry, you know, which nowadays people would be like, yeah, right, I don't believe you, you know. But you know, like I would cry and I would ask him, I would say, man, why would you make up those lies about me? Why would you make everybody think that I raped my sisters? And why would you make everybody think that I gave my nephew drugs and alcohol? And why would you make everybody think that I beat my father? You know, And Michael, to his credit, Michael kind of cried back too. He kind of had that catch in his throat. To his credit, he kind of did cry, and he was like, I'm petty. Straight up, came out and said it. Don't you remember that, Michael? Remember when you told me that you were petty? And that you were sorry for taking it so far, but you couldn't stop? God, man, you all are just going off on Michael right now. How's it feel, Michael? How's it feel, Michael? Phil, what's up, brother? Says a wise man will change, a fool will stay the same. And I mean, there we go. You know, what is it, Michael? Has Michael gone back on his diet again? See, that's the thing, guys. Like Michael has done all this to himself. You know, Michael has spent the last 3 years and some change relentlessly clickbaiting you guys. Next clickbait lie after clickbait lie after clickbait lie. Michael would string you all along emotionally. You know, until one by one, y'all slowly started dropping off. Until one by one, y'all are like, man, I can't take no more of this shit. Until one by one, y'all were like, yeah, Michael's a fucking liar. Michael's a YouTuber. And see, that's where I say YouTuber conjures up negative images now. Now, when you think YouTuber, you think, you know, liar. You think drama queen. You think drama king. You think clout chaser. You think somebody. You think attention whore. You look at Jesse. Oh my God, guys! I felt so bad for Mia. Happy birthday, Mia. 1 year old, sweet little lady. I feel bad that you have those parents, that you have to live with those parents of yours, such attention-seeking glory hogs. You know what I mean? They would post a picture, happy birthday, Mia. You know what I mean? And everybody would show their love and shit. And then Jesse would have to dress up in a diaper and a bib and a pacifier. And he would have to sit in Mia's crib. And he would have to get a picture taken to try and steal Mia's thunder. He had to try to get more likes than Mia. And he did too. He would end up overshadowing Mia's birthday with his own stupid antics. And Mia's going to have that to look forward to the rest of her life. Her birthday is going to be a reason to make a fucked up, crazy, weird vlog. Me and Bridget argue over Mia's birthday. Mia broke us up. You know? Every highlight of her life is going to be taken over by Michael and Bridget to make a video to try and profit with. Am I wrong? Am I wrong or what? Every moment, every precious moment of that little girl's life is going to be video recorded and orchestrated and twisted for a video. Peppered with drama and storyline. Bob Balkashan, Charlie Chill, please read this. How long until you think stop doing YouTube? Me? I'm never going to stop doing YouTube. You know, when this channel's gone, I'll start another channel. I've already got another channel. Y'all check out Travels Together. Type in Travels Together. We got another channel that has over 350 right now. Go subscribe to it. If somebody want to go ahead and put my other channel in here, y'all all go subscribe to that channel. Once this is gone, I'll be right back up. And see, I'm not even really worried about the whole money situation. I'm not really worried about making money on YouTube because, quite honestly, guys, I'm about to start a job making $20 an hour. Starting out. Erica, too. We're both starting jobs at almost $20 fucking an hour starting out. So we're not going to be really needing any money. That's why, as a matter of fact, I closed down my Patreon account. I want to thank every single one of you guys that contributed to our Patreon these months that we needed it, man. Like, you know, we weren't at one point we weren't getting like $40 a month, but it meant the world to us. That $40 went a long way, guys. And we want to thank every single one of you guys that contributed to the Patreon fund. But here we are now in a position where we're not going to need that extra money, guys. We're actually going to have disposable income. we're going to be able to go out and get what we want and do what we want. You know what I mean? And especially, you know, we're getting this Jeep here soon. Erica's about to have her car paid off. We're both going to be driving vehicles that are paid off. You know what I mean? Another couple years, my child support's going to be done. You know, and man, we're going to be living really well. You know, and we don't need that extra stuff. You know, so I closed down the Patreon, and also, you know, we're not trying to make a living off of YouTube. That is another thing. We don't have to clickbait. We don't have to lie, and we don't have to over dramatize things to suck in the viewers. You know what I mean? Because we're not financially dependent upon YouTube. You know, me and Erica, we do these YouTube videos, you know, because we enjoy it. You know, because we like going out and experiencing life, and we love sharing it with all of you. You know what I mean? We don't do it because we feel this is our only way to make a living. Where if we don't get enough views on this video, it's not going to pay our bills. You know, so you know, that really cuts out any temptation for me and Erica to lie and to clickbait you guys. You know what I mean? I have the luxury, you know what I mean, to come out here and be truthful with you all. You know what I mean? To not over sensationalize everyday normal incidents for views. You know, 170 people watching. Thank you all. You know, unfortunately, sometimes, you know, I get more attention whenever I talk about the family drama and shit like that. You know, but I mean, quite frankly, you know, there will always be a certain amount of family drama in my life, you know, created by family until they come forward and admit that they lied. You know, until that day comes, you know, then there will always be a certain instance, you know what I'm saying, where you will see Charlie come on here and call Michael out and expose Michael for his bullshit. You know, and like I say, it's going to continue to happen, you know, the more that when I hear people talking shit and reinforcing his lies. Now, unfortunately, there's going to be people out there that want me to continue to beef with Michael too. And so they're gonna act like, you know, I've come to realize that there are some people that are fans of mine that might make a troll account and say, Charlie, you rape your sisters, you know, just to get me going back at Michael again. You know, and I mean, it's only Michael's fault. I mean, it's really only Michael's fault, you know, because he will not come forward and admit the bullshit, you know. So like until he does, you know, I've always got that steak. I've always got that hamburger. You know, I've always got that, you know, that platform in which I could stand up and say, you're a liar, Michael. You remember when you lied about me raping my sisters? You remember when you lied about me beating my father? You remember when you lied about me giving my nephew drugs and alcohol? Y'all remember when Michael lied, don't you? And that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me to continue. Amar Tube says Erica is very cool, nice, hardworking, and she's smart too, man. Like Erica is super, super smart. Erica got herself a job here recently, where according to her and other online reviews, you know, it's very hard to get a job here. You got to be kind of smart. There was like a test apparently she took where you got to know your shit. So Erica is super smart as well as hardworking. She's got it all, man. You know, and I'm super proud and lucky and thankful to have her. And I love her. Miss Becky says she actually cares. And yeah, I mean, that goes so far, you know, it means so much. You know, Michael would try and discredit her a couple months ago and say that she was the toxic influence in my life. You know, that me and Michael would have already repaired our bridges had Erica not been involved. You know what I mean? Like, and nobody bought that bullshit. They're like, what? Are you really calling Erica the toxic one right now? Like Erica is like one of the sweetest fucking people in the world, right? And yeah, like Michael knows that. Michael knows that Erica is the best thing to ever happen to me, you know, and he's tried his best to try and take her away from me. You know, he would try appealing to her. He would try outcasting her. You know, he would try attacking her family, to the point where here they are now, man. Like He's just trying to get me back in the videos any way he can, by, bringing in psychics, by making dad a ghost, by writing fake letters from Charlie to him, and all you got to do, Michael, is apologize. Just come forward and apologize. Admit your bullshit, Michael. Miss Becky says that's enough. You're right, Becky. That's enough. Yeah. Bonafide, what's up? Let's have a shot of Japanese cooking alcohol. Well, like I gotta say, man, if I was Nicole Guest, I would be drinking too, man. Like, look at her. She lives with a man that has no confidence in her, that supports her in zero way. She is another one that unfortunately has been attacked for her addictions. How many times have we seen Isaac do a video talking about my wife's been drinking again and recording her screaming, running around the house? Like, that's not what a husband does for his wife. Obviously Isaac doesn't want her doing any better because he's using that shit to control her, and she is just stuck in this loveless marriage. You know what I mean? That she feels stuck in and she can't get out of. She has nowhere else to turn, and so she drinks. And it's sad, man. Like, really, it really is, man. It's a rut that she is stuck in. Like I say, sometimes I feel bad for her, but then I see her online talking shit as well, and I'm just like, well, she kind of deserves it, Desi Monotani says, Montoni says they hear. I know they hear. They watch. They stay watching. All you gotta do is apologize, Michael. That's all you gotta do. Apologize. How you do it? Apologize, Michael. Apologize. You want to apologize? Apologize. Apologize, Kim. Apologize, Jenny. Apologize, Pickle Boy. You want to apologize? All right, Michael. Apologize. Apologize. I'm going to look back at it, too. Oh, man. But you know what? I feel like I do deserve a little ass kissing after everything they put me through. I do. I do deserve a little ass kissing. I deserve a little monetary compensation. Come over here and give me $20,000, Michael. Come give me some money, Michael. We know how much you care about your money. You want to apologize? Show me how much you really care. Give me $20,000. And then we'll start talking. Right? Bonafide, man, says you can see Michael's stomach hernia from Russia. Oh, shit. Julianne 2020 says, come on, Bridget, give go on, Bridget, give that hernia some loving. Laugh out loud. FFS murder. Oh, wow. I'm gonna give you $20K to get out of that cheap ass house of yours, Brody. Give it here. Give it here. Let's see here. Ace Man says, oh my. Let's see. FF murder, bro. I wonder how would you have given Grandpa to get 20 grand to get out of his cheap house? Will you give Mom 20 grand to get out of that cheap house of hers? I'll tell you what, FS murder. Don't give me that $20,000. Give my mom that $20,000. Because my mom is living in her brother's house right now, a house that's falling apart on them. My mom has no vehicle, no job, no income whatsoever. My mom is over there crying. My mom is dying with stress right now. Why don't you go ahead and give that $20,000 to my mom? I'll tell you what, I would gladly take that $20,000 and continue to live in this rat shithole trailer if it meant giving my mom a place to stay. What about Michael? Come on, murder. How about you give my mom that $20,000? My mom really needs that money. My mom is dying from stress in her brother's house. My mom has no vehicle, no license, no job, no uninsured. No, she's uninsured, no house. My mom has zero ambitions or hope for the future. She has ambition. She's trying, but she doesn't have any hope. Why don't you give my mom that $20,000? Then she can go ahead and get the bottom row of her teeth fixed because Michael only took care of the top row. How about that shit? I'll gladly live in this shithole trailer if it means, I'm helping my mom out. Skeeter, what's up, man? Says sweet 20 an hour. Dang, above poverty level. Not so bad. Murder says, I'm going to give you $1 in a lottery ticket. And I'll give that to my mom, too. Maybe give my mom a chance, a fighting chance. It's more than Michael's doing for her. Tammy Fisher, what is up? Hi. Thank you for joining. Denise Montoni, they don't care. Says they're greedy and won't do anything for anyone who doesn't suck their nasty toes. It's true. Mom would be all upset because she lost her car. You know why my mom lost her car? And Michael let it get repossessed? You know why mom lost her car? Because Michael had Jennifer call the police and accuse mom of chasing her grandkids around with a butcher knife. Jennifer would call the police and tell the police that the police would forcefully remove mom from the house and put her in a mental ward for a week. And then Jennifer and Michael would let Isaac go on live stream and tell everybody, yeah, angry grandma tried to kill her grandkids. So mom was up in a psych ward. Well, no, not a week. She was in there for over a month. Mom was in there for over a month, and then got out and then still couldn't pay to get her car out of impound. So what happens? The people that own the impound lot won mom's car in an auction. An estate auction. Mom had to sit right there and watch her car get auctioned off. And I've got it all on messages right now. I can show you the fucking DMs. Mom talking about how she would ask to say goodbye to her little car. That she would hug it and say goodbye. And that the lot keepers would sit there and cry and say, I'm sorry, but I can't do anything about it. They would win mom's $10,000 car by paying off what? A $400 fine? And the only reason mom was behind on the car is because they had her locked up for saying that she attacked her grandkids. Oh, but mom's going to the house this weekend while Jennifer can go enjoy her birthday this weekend. Mom's going to come to the house and watch the boys and clean it from head to fucking toe. Jennifer's got mom coming to her house to fucking clean it this weekend and watch the boys while Jennifer goes out and parties her ass off after she done had mom forcibly removed from the house, accusing her of attacking the boys. How does that make you feel, Jennifer, you bitch? Stephen Miron says, wow. Hypervigilance says, why are you yelling at us? Because I'm hated. I'm just yelling. I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at Jennifer. How dare you, Jennifer, have mom forcefully removed from the house because you can't live with her anymore because you don't want mama involved with your shit. and then turn right around and have her watch your kids while you go out and party with with another piece of dick. This fucking loser that beat the shit out of you to the point where your own son tried to stand up for you and you kicked him out of the house. Who remembers whenever JC tried to stand up for mom 6 months ago and she had him kicked out of the house and had Isaac talking shit about him? Fast forward 6 months later to the point where JC beat up his own mama. Apparently, supposedly Jennifer told JC to clean, and JC said no and beat her with crutches. You think some sane kid that wasn't pushed to that point would do something like that? JC, you know what I mean? Like shit. It's no reason to go and attack your mama at all. JC's got a lot of issues he needs to work on. But damn, so does Jennifer. They didn't help. How would you feel if you tried to stand up for your mother? If you watched some man beating your mother and you tried to stand up for her and your mother fucking kicked you out and your mother attacked you online and your mother chose a man over you? How would that make you feel? And how many different times has Jennifer chose a man over her own children? We even have Grandpa done called her out on that. Who's seen the video where Grandpa gave Jennifer for what's worth? Because he was sick and tired of raising her fucking kids while she's out chasing dick. Who remembers that? And here she is again choosing another man over her own fucking son. To the point where the kid got frustrated and beat the shit out of her. JC wasn't feeling any fucking love from his mother. She probably woke up and beat him down every day. Remember when JC went online and was like, I did not kill my grandpa. Jennifer was getting mad at him and telling him, you killed your grandpa. Jennifer would get mad at JC and say that his stress, he stressed grandpa into a grave. And JC would come online and he would say, I did not kill my grandpa. I'm tired of my mom saying that. And then Isaac would get on his Facebook and say, delete this right now. Isaac would come on there and bully JC into deleting the post. And then my own cousin would come to me and be like, why the fuck is Isaac bullying my nephew? I'm about to call DSS. Who remembers that? And Jennifer let Isaac do it. Jennifer's not only letting her random boyfriends attack and talk shit to JC, she's letting freaking Michael's random friends do it. Random people on the internet. Marcus McGarvey says Jennifer screwed up in the head. I saw that video. You all saw the video. Dad called Jennifer straight the fuck out. Jennifer's never done anything for those fucking boys. Excuse my language. Jennifer's never done anything for those boys. And you know what? Neither is Michael. Like I say, Michael likes to brag about all these opportunities and how well off he is, but he ain't done shit for them boys. He ain't done shit for Jennifer. He ain't done shit for mom. He bought Bridget's mom or started a business for Bridget's mom though. Bought Bridget's mom a trailer and a car. Paying her bills while my mom is riding the fucking bus. 3 buses to get downtown. How does that make y'all feel? You know, Michael's early shit was all built off of mama. Michael's whole early shit was built off of him recording the divorce between mom and dad. Filming it all the way to mama taking the airplane to New York with the old sad music. I'm going to miss you, Mom. And then upload it all to YouTube. And then when he brought mom back and put her in the trailer with Jennifer, he recorded all that shit of mama going crazy. Where I thought at first maybe it was kind of choreographed. And then we find out when mom says it's a lie. Mom says that she did not chase the boys around with a knife. And mom says that she did not try to attack and kill her grandkids. And I got to believe mom. Because if mom did, why would Jennifer bring mom to the house to watch the boys? alone for the weekend while Jennifer goes out and parties. You're really going to bring somebody back to your house that tried to kill your kids and you're going to leave them with them for the weekend? Doesn't sound right to me. Does that sound right to y'all? Just like Jennifer said, I molested her. I molested her as a kid, but she brought me back twice to watch her kids. She brought me whenever she was living with Jamie, and then allowed Dad to bring me back when the kids were living with Dad. Would you let somebody watch your kids that raped you? Would you let somebody watch your kids that tried to kill them once with a butcher knife? Stephen Miron says, nope, that's messed up. Smokey says, hell no. Rick Britton said, hell no. Your lies are coming back on you, Jennifer, Michael, Kimberly, Bridget. Don Vito says, pathological liars. Ken Coakley says, quote unquote, that's my mom's problem, not mine. Stephanie Hopkins is a little mad. Virginia Redbone said, what happened to Jamie? Why he leave Jen? Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm not really about calling anyone out. You know, like everyone's sexual preference is their own. But Jamie doesn't mess around online or anything. So he doesn't know. So I'm just going to tell it like it is, you know. Jamie was bisexual. And Jamie and Jennifer, you know, they would pretty much get off by watching gay porn. This is what Jennifer told me. And Jamie would not let me go on his laptops and stuff when I first moved in over there because of the weird stuff that he had on there. You know, there's no problem with being gay. That's fine, you know, but Jamie was kind of hiding it, you know, and he was struggling with it, you know, and that's what pretty much was the deal between Jennifer and Jamie. Like he's living this lie, you know what I'm saying, that both him and Jennifer know about. And it just caused rifts, you know what I'm saying? Like cheating is cheating, you know what I'm saying? Whether you're messing around with another guy or not, what have you, cheating is cheating. You know what I'm saying? If you're married to a woman and you go to the firehouse and you slide down some other fireman's pole, proverbially, you know what I'm saying? That's still cheating, you know? And so like Jamie was like cheating on Jennifer with guys at work, and not only guys, girls too. Like Jamie kind of had it going on, I guess. Somehow, I don't know how to fuck, but Jamie was always messing around with some guy or some girl, you know, and Jennifer was finding out about it, you know, and yeah, that caused, you know, straight rifts between them two, you know, obviously. And that's why it didn't work out, you know, so yeah. Crowley said, perfect way to put that. Thank you. I'm glad, guys, because that was kind of a dicey subject right there, you know. I got to take a leak. Give me another second. I'm getting so old. Woo. Oh, man. Oh, I'm missing the ceramic there. Okay. I ain't flushing that one just yet. Yeah. But anyways, like I say, guys, I got so much. I know so much that I haven't told yet, and then so much that I can revisit with you guys, you know. Michael, apologize. You know, Michael, it's in your best interest to apologize. Jennifer and Kim, it's in your best interest to apologize. Future Lord Akeem Bracy Black Knight says, I'm angry. Mr. Green, your brother Michael is a lying jackass bitch. A lying jackass ditch. Bonafide THC says, why do Jenny and Kim look like they've been aging in a microwave? Well, Jennifer is because she's on drugs. Like, you know, look at her. Jennifer is on dope, straight up drugs. She's on dope. She's on drugs and dope, you know? And Kimberly probably is too. Like, seriously, there is no reason that, you know, I would live this addicted lifestyle that I have lived for so long, and yet I look younger than them. I'm the oldest one in my family. I have lived what I feel is the roughest life out of everybody in my family, and I am in the best shape. How the hell does that work? You know, they've got to be on something serious, something more than what they're on, what they say, to be aging the way that they age. Like, dude, seriously. Don Vito says, funny how that works, huh? James Parker says, this is terrible, Charlie. I know. Marcus McGarvey says, Jennifer should try putting her kids first for once. I agree. And it's sad because like I was talking to mom today, and it's like she's almost blaming the boys too. It's like it is not those boys' fault. That damn they have nobody that gives a shit about their lives. It is not their fault that fucking Jennifer chooses cock over kids. It's not their fault that Michael would just rather just put them. Like, how much money has Michael made on those boys? How much money has Michael made recording these boys and putting them in videos? And I bet you they ain't got a college fund. Michael ain't gave them a dime back. Michael ain't done a damn thing back for those boys. But Michael has taken all the money. Michael's made a lot of money off of them. He ain't give a damn thing back. Where's the college fund? Where's their summer camps? Where's a car for JC when he turns 16? Whatever happened to like helping JC get his permit and then helping JC get a driver's license and instilling a certain amount of purpose and respect into JC? You failed him. Now JC's in fucking jail. And I mean, it is his fault. He has no right beating his mother. But damn, man, those boys could have turned out a whole lot differently. Oh, look at Michael. He's doing everything for Mia. Everything for that child. He ain't done nothing for the other kids that were technically his. Michael had custody over those boys for how many years? Those kids were technically Michael's kids, and he didn't do a damn thing for them. Now that his own child comes along, she gets the fucking world. And I mean, I have no problem with that. Oh, I do have a problem with that, actually. Michael always says family first, but he ain't doing shit for his family. Am I right? Am I right or am I wrong? 183 people here. You tell me. Am I wrong here? Did them boys not deserve Michael's attention and his money? Michael assumed a certain responsibility over those boys whenever he took custody of them. And now he wants to sit there and say, it's not my problem. It's not my problem. He profited off of JC going to jail. He profited. He put the damn mugshot out there. He sit there and ridiculed JC on camera. Maybe that's what made JC flip out. Because JC didn't go to jail. JC was free, and Michael did a video exposing JC for going to jail. A week later, JC's actually in jail for beating his fucking mom. You think maybe Michael spurned that on a little bit? You think maybe Michael instilled a certain amount of guilt and sadness and depression in JC for making JC come forward and tell everybody that, yeah, I went to jail? For making JC share his fucking mugshot online? Do you think that helped JC? Oh yeah, Michael's all about truth and shit until it comes to his ass. He's all about exposing the family for their faults and their mistakes. But he won't come forward on his own shit. And so he calls out JC. He does a video about JC to try to get an extra 100,000 views, and it triggers JC, and JC attacks his mom and goes to jail. Do you think that might be just a little bit Michael's fault, y'all? Eric Scott Lyons says, you're right, Charlie. Michael doesn't know what family is first means. Probably Bridget and Mia. That's all it means. James Parker says, no, Charlie, you are 10 billion% right. Hell yeah, I'm right. Done nothing. He give nobody nothing, even dad. You know, we like to sit here and talk. Michael likes to sit there and talk about, I gave my dad a car. I gave my dad a house. Well, what did dad get for himself? Michael claims that him and dad split the money straight down the middle, right? Michael has a 2-story house, 3 vehicles, a guest house, an indoor pool. Dad has a trailer that Michael gave him. My dad has a 55 that Michael gave him. If Michael was making all this much money to be able to afford a 2-story house and cars and toys, WrestleMania every year, what did dad spend his money on? If Michael bought dad a house and dad a car, dad should have had a shit ton of money to be able to go. Why was dad asking Michael for a fucking camper? Why was dad begging Michael and dropping a hint, camper, camper? If dad had it at the same amount of money as Michael, dad had got his own damn camper. Michael sat there and robbed dad blind. Michael and Bridget both robbed dad blind, knowingly, for years. Ace Man says, your dad should have been the one living it up, surrounded by beautiful girls, big ass house, and all the best stuff. And instead, dad died in that little double wide trailer, that filthy, fucked up double wide trailer. He didn't even have enough money to, die in a luxurious hospital with the best health care. Dave 11 says, Charlie, preach my dude. Marcus McGarvey says, even 2 days ago, Michael threatened to evict Jennifer in his video. Yeah, that's what mom told me. Said that Michael has threatened Jennifer, says if he comes back to the house and the house is filthy, that he's going to evict her. And so that's why they've got mom coming over this weekend to clean the house up. The house is filthy. Jennifer don't want to clean it. The kids don't want to clean it. Bring grandma over. Make grandma clean it. And then send grandma back to her brother's house. For real. So what exactly did dad buy for himself? Dad had all that money. If Michael's a millionaire, then that means dad was a millionaire too, right? Did dad live like a millionaire? Did dad look like he had $1 million to y'all? Michael brags about it, making millions of dollars a year. I don't think he split that with dad, though, huh? Tommy Rhodes says, more and more people believe you each day, Charlie. Thank you so much, sir. I'm making more and more sense each day, You hear that, Michael? More and more people each day. Why don't you come forward and apologize, Michael? Let's come forward and apologize. It would be in your best interest. Marcus McGarvey says, Michael always pulls rank about him owning a house. Bonafide says, Michael controls and manipulates using money. AGP was the person he fucked over the most. People have their eyes shut. I mean, it's not hard to see. Like I say, look at the money. It's all right there. Michael was a millionaire. Why wasn't dad? Michael was living in a 2-story house. Why wasn't dad? Michael had 3 cars. Why didn't dad? Why was dad begging for a fucking camper? Why didn't dad leave his children any money? Why is Jennifer still having to live in Michael's house? If dad had all this money to distribute amongst his children after he passed? Why is mom still relying on Michael? Or not? My mom's trying to rely on herself now. Mom is in such a bad situation over there, guys. I swear to God, man, I really feel for mom, man. Like, it's like she has nowhere to go. Kimberly doesn't want her back in New York. Jennifer doesn't want her over there. Michael's not taking care of her. Mom really has nowhere to go. I can't help mom. If Dad had all that money, why? Where's the inheritance? Because it was never Dad's money. It was always in Michael's account. It was Michael's money the whole time, and he'd break off Dad a little piece. Every single fucking month, almost, I would hear Dad, "Where's the T-shirt money? Where's the shirt money? Where's the merchandise money?" And then Michael would, "Oh, we had to invest that back into the product." Bugs Bunny says the reason Mike did not give your dad the money because Tuna would take it. You dummy, you can't even help yourself. So you really think that Tuna was strong arming Dad out of his money like that? You really think that? And if that's the case, why was Michael still working with Tina after Dad died? How many times has Michael brought Tina back into the fold? So Tina was so horrible and was stealing money from Dad, yet Michael is going to work with Tina after Dad died. Not once, not twice, 3 times. Michael would bring Tina back in. Who all remembers Savage? Who all remembers Miss Savage, the one that Tina was working with? The one that would come out with a video every single day. The one that came into my memorial fun run for Grandpa whenever he had his skin cancer and would say, "Grandpa's faking about cancer. He doesn't really, skin cancer isn't bad. Grandpa's just milking it for views and money." Who remembers that? Ace Man said Savage used to attack AGP. And yet Savage and Isaac are like this. So hilarious. Savage would record her children. "I'm going to kick your ass, Charlie Chill." Where are y'all at? I'm up here in North Carolina now, and I ain't heard a fucking word from her. Where are y'all at? I'm in Shelby. And everyone remembers how you attacked my father, Savage. How you tried to tell Grandpa he got a peanut pot for his birthday. Michael bought Grandpa a peanut wagon so Grandpa can make Michael more money. Michael had actually bought Dad the 55. We had to give Dad the 55 early because Savage fucking gave it up. "Oh, there's a peanut pot on the side of Michael's barn." Dad went looking for it, so we had to give him the 55 early. Tommy Rhodes says, "Laugh out loud, blabbermouth Savage." Landon Bacana says, "Savage is busy fingering Isaac." So you all do remember Savage. Used to attack my father on a daily basis. Fatty Isaac just retweeted her, giving him a happy birthday. Isaac and Savage are like this. Michael would come forward and say, "Oh, I like Savage. Savage is okay. Savage didn't do anything. Savage didn't say nothing that I can't forgive." Yet Savage was coming out there talking about Dad molesting his nieces and saying that Dad did molest his nieces. Calling Dad a fucking a child molester. Spreading the fucking lies and bullshit that Tuna told her. Dad would go to Tuna and tell her in confidence about his niece trying to ruin our lives, and then Tina would take that and tell Savage, and Savage would try to use it as truth to ruin Dad. Hell yeah. Lucky Burger says you literally fucked up Michael's family. I am fucking up Michael's family now. How did I fuck up Michael's family? By him accusing me of molestation, of pedophilia, of elderly abuse? I fucked up Michael's family because they lied on me? Or is it because Doug decided to come forward and admit the truth? Is their family splintered and fractioned because people decided to opt out of their lies and bullshit? Anyone fucked up Michael's life, it's him. Said if Mike was a real man, he'd join the stream. Apologize, Michael. I gotta pee again. I'm getting old. I gotta stop this peeing. that felt good. So, Joe Swanson, haha, says, is Charlie drunk? Just wondering. Do I sound drunk? Do I look drunk to you guys? Like, you guys have seen me drunk. You guys know drunk Charlie. I love it. See, whenever I come out here and I start exposing them, all they have is Charlie's drinking. Charlie's drinking. Am I drunk, guys? Timothy Flame says, if you were drunk, you wouldn't be this calm. Yeah, I mean, really. Rick Britton says, a blind man can see you're doing better than Michael, hands down. Frankie's Fun Park, he ain't drunk. Ace Man says, did Michael really get rid of your dad's truck because he hurt his knee, or did Mike just do it to keep him quiet about the camper? To be honest with you, man, the truck was too high up for Dad. It was hurting his knees and shit. He did say one time that he fell out of the truck. So, to be honest with you, it wasn't because Michael was trying to keep him quiet about the camper. It was because Dad was really, it was really hard for Dad to get out of the truck. I heard Dad actually told me this himself. So, like I say, I'm not gonna sit here and lie about anything. I'm not gonna say, because when I lie about something and you guys find out about it, then you're like, shit, what the hell else is Charlie lying about then? You know what I mean? And I don't have to lie. Like, there have been way too many lies now. You know what I mean? You guys want to know the truth, and I'm here to give you the truth, and I will steadily be here to give you the truth. This channel will get taken down, and once again, I will start a new channel, and I'll continue to build my life positively and send you all the truth. And it seems like, like every time I come back a little stronger. You know what I mean? Now it's gotten to the point where you guys see it for what it is. Michael is just trying to silence me. He's trying to shut me up because he knows how strong I am. He knows that I know too much, and you all see it. Marcus McGarvey says, even if he was drunk, he's still telling the truth. I'm not drunk though, bro. 5 months, 1 week, and 5 days sober, bro. So very happy about that, man. And I'm gonna continue, bro. Like I say, like my life just continues to get better and better. The longer I go not using, man. Like, my memory has gotten so well, guys. Like, the other day I was about to walk out the store and I remembered something that I needed to get. I can't remember what it was now, but I remembered right then and there while I was in the store. You know what I mean? Like, my memory has gotten better. Like my anger has gotten better. I'm really able to kind of control myself now. And I mean, it really gives me a reason to do better. You know what I mean? Like, man, it's when you do good, you get good. You know what I mean? And that's just been pretty much the story of my life, especially these last 5 months. Grayson Hansen Reviews says, people aren't still mad at you. The only reason Michael doesn't get flack is because he's dead on his platform. That means he has nothing else to do. Doug's gone, you're gone, Grandpa's gone, etc. Yeah, like, everybody's gone now, and like, his credibility is gone too. Like I say, man, he's sitting here working with McJuggernuggets now, and he's not even getting 200,000 views a video. And the Storyfire platform is obviously going nowhere because, Jesse keeps coming back to YouTube and trying to build his YouTube up. If Storyfire were doing well, he would not be having an interest in trying to rekindle that dead YouTube channel following that he had, talking about Jesse. So which tells me that Storyfire is in the shitter. Nobody gives a fuck about it. And they're resorting back to their old tricks, to what they know best, and it's just, I'm enjoying it. I really am liking it. Like, Michael, you're shit. You really, you are nothing. How's it feel? How's it feel, Michael, to realize that you are nothing? To realize everything that you built is gone like that. Before you know it, a year from now, you're going to be like, damn, Remember when I was getting 100,000 views a video? Remember when the world believed me? 5 years from now, you're going to be sitting in your living room looking at them gold play buttons, man, pining over what was. And you're just going to be Michael Green again. Sad, unhealthy, insecure. Nobody. Dim Boys 505 says, I'm still laughing at the Ralphie lookalike. Yeah, I actually bought Bridget's movie today. Doesn't that look like Bridget, guys? Tell me. There's Bridget. He wants to sit there and talk crap about Erica and her looks and stuff. Well, he's got Bridget squeezing into these damn jeans. Got that looking like a denim love seat. Greasy hair. Ugh. And I don't know, I don't like to bag people on their looks, you know what I'm saying? But tit for tat, Michael. Literally tit for tat. Even side tit for tat, if I got to. Jason Jefferson, thank you so much. Says, hey, how have you been and how's the job hunting going? I got a job, bro. Starting here soon. I wanted to touch something too. JT is drunk says, laugh out loud. He said Erica looked like Carol Baskins. You know what? That's okay. You know what I mean? Because Erica might have a little bit of age on her. She's still 6 months younger than me, but I'm not the one that hooks up with people when they're 14 years old. Michael wants to talk about my girl being 37 years old. But that's only because he hooked up with his girlfriend when she was 14. Maybe if I hooked up with Erica when she was 14, she may not look. Ooh, right? Isn't that right, Michael? Didn't you break the law when you hooked up with Bridget? Michael broke the law when he hooked up with Bridget. Her mom can sit there and say, oh, I don't mind. It's okay. The police would have been like, nope, pedophile, sex crime. Michael would have gone to jail. Am I wrong? I don't hook up with little girls. I hook up with women. Jason Jefferson, thank you so much. Says, hey, why is Mike letting Jesse do everything in that house? I don't know. Michael's kind of gay for Jesse. Like I said, I swear to I'll never forget it, man. Michael told me about the first time that him and Jesse, what was that? Y'all remember that video where Jesse was like locked up in Michael's barn? They did that whole thing and then they got in the fight or whatever. Jesse was in his boxers. I'll never forget it. Like Michael was talking about how Jesse kind of got undressed in his barn, stripped down to his boxers and said, yeah, I think Jesse's got a big fucking dick. Michael went off for like a couple minutes about Jesse having a large package, about how Jesse stripped down to his boxers and Michael couldn't help but see a package swinging down there. I swear on my father, my Lord, my daughter, swear to God. Bonafide says Piggy's jeans be screaming no more. I can't fit. Yeah. First thing that Michael tells me about Jesse, he got a big dick. I'm like, what? What the fuck? Like, huh? It's weird, Michael. So, I mean, as far as I know, man, Jesse's over there boning Michael. I would not be surprised if, Michael gave Jesse a hand job or two. Marcus McGarvey says Michael's in love with Jesse. Well, he's definitely got to be envious of Jesse. You know what I'm saying? For Jesse to sit there and pretty much steal Michael's format, the whole angry dad, destroying thing angle, for Jesse to pretty much steal that format from Michael and to become more successful at it. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be some envy, and then also a certain amount of perhaps admiration. You know what I mean? Like, Michael looks at Jesse and thinks that Jesse is more successful than him. That Jesse is something to aspire to be. So of course that gives Michael a boner. And it's just really it's really misplaced, because as you see right now, Jesse is using Michael to get back into the YouTube game, where Michael has been doing videos, semi daily, every 3 days he uploads a video. Jesse has, tried to commit more of his time and efforts into Storyfire, and doing so, it has negatively impacted his YouTube channel, Well, now that Jesse is realizing that his Storyfire platform isn't bearing the proper fruits that he needs in order to survive, to pay for Teslas and stuff, he has to start uploading to YouTube again on a regular basis, But as you see, Jesse uploads on a regular basis, and he's only getting 40, 50 to less than 100,000 views a video, until here recently, he's been collaborating with Michael, and he's able to actually kind of get the views up to 130,000, In doing so, Michael and Jesse pretty much got the same following, so in doing so, it's cut down Michael's views, though. Jesse is now up to 130 and 150,000 views per video, but now so is Michael. It has dropped Michael from 250 to 150. You know what I mean? Because now people have the option of, the McJuggernuggets fans aren't just all watching Michael's videos to see McJuggernuggets, because McJuggernuggets is uploading to YouTube now. So now, McJuggernuggets fans are watching the McJuggernuggets shit that him and Michael are doing, and Michael's fans are watching Michael's channel to see what him and McJuggernuggets are doing, where before McJuggernuggets wasn't really fucking with YouTube, so everybody was flocking to Michael's channel. If Michael did a video about him and McJuggernuggets, 3 years ago, 2 million, 3 months ago, 250,000, and now it's not even that, and so they see, the numbers are just tanking, severely, and now you got Jesse dressing up like a baby, and Nash dolls. Edgar Garcia says, in one of Isaac's live streams, Michael was looking at pictures of guys' dicks. Well, guys, don't you remember whenever Isaac himself did a live reaction video to my nude pictures? Who remembers whenever he would use that trans person? Who is it, Bree? I got catfished by a dude, straight up. Oh my goodness, it was this trans character named Bree that tricked me in thinking that he was a she named Lexi. Oh my God, it was the worst, guys. And I actually sent nude pictures to this Lexi, nude video, in fact. And then Lexi turned out to be Bree, who turned out to be Guest Mob, who gave Isaac these videos and pictures of my dick. Who remembers Isaac doing a live stream, a live reaction? Isaac was like, oh, look at that dick. He even had Nicole, honey, come look at this dick. Come look at Charlie's dick. And she's like, oh. Isaac was like, she was like, who remembers that? They did live reactions to my dick and then posted in Google links to the where they posted pictures of my cock online. And yeah, man, like, dude, don't you know that like everybody was going and looking at my dick pics? Everybody was going and looking. All of a sudden, everybody had to see Charlie's dick. And I had more than one comment like, it's not bad. It's not a bad dick. And I was like, well, cool. Like growing up, I'm sure I'm not the only one here. Growing up, I was always a little insecure about the size of my package. You know what I mean? And so like there were certain times where I may have passed up getting a piece of booty because I felt like I was inadequate downstairs, But in them posting my dick pics all over the internet, I would have quite a few people come up and say, it's not that bad. Erica might have saw it and been like, it's not that bad. I can deal with that, And yeah, so in that, I gotta thank you guys once again. You know what I mean? Y'all helped me out by trying to hate on me, Isaac would sit there, and 2 weeks ago, he would hate on me for Becky coming out and trying to help us get a new piece of furniture with a heater on it. And he would talk shit about it. And because he talked shit, we earned $450 in one day. Thank you all so very much. I appreciate it. I love that piece of furniture. It doesn't warm up as well as I thought it would, but I still love it. And thanks to all y'all, and it's also part and thanks to Isaac hating on Charlie. Your hate channels love towards me, man. I bet that's part of the reason why they're not saying a word right now. They're like, they must be flabbergasted. They're like, shit. Every time we come out and try to talk shit about Charlie, it backfires on us. What the fuck do we do? What do we do? I got it. Let's just not say anything. Well, that don't work neither, does it? Taken. Oh, no. Taken says, I'm sad to announce my name is no longer Mr. Kennedy. I'm going to Mr. Kennedy. But thank you for the energy in the times before. No problem at all. Well, now you're taken now, so I'll have to think of some damn Liam Neeson lines or something. I'm going to find you, and I'm going to kill you. I'm going to find the son of a bitch. I've never watched Taken before, though, So Marcus McGarvey says, apologize, Michael. Apologize. Come apologize, Michael. Apologize, Kim. Apologize, Jennifer. Apologize for accusing me of raping y'all. Apologize for accusing me of beating my father. Apologize for accusing me of giving your kids drugs and alcohol. Frankie's Fun Park says, apologize, you fat bastards. Apologize. I love it, guys. Like, they are mad now. I wish that I can get on Twitter right now and see exactly what they're saying or whatever, because I know, yeah. Smokey says, say sorry, Jenny, Kim, and Mike, or you pussies. Lone Wolf says their ego took them over. Timothy Flame says, apologize, motherfuckers. Marcus McGarvey says, apologize, Michael. James Parker is headed out. Thank you so much for joining, man. I appreciate it. I probably don't have too much longer neither. I've been on here for 3 hours, having a whole lot of fun. And I really appreciate you all coming on here and joining me, and showing your love and support and speaking out. So many of y'all are here now. Rick Britton says, I knew that was BS when they said it. Jim Morrison says, Michael, he needs to apologize to you. Michael, apologize. Smokey says, I don't get why they are still mad after 3 or 4 years. Like, well, see, the thing is, like, their plan has not worked. They have tried for 3, almost 4 years to destroy me, to tear me down, to silence me. And I am still here. They are angry just by the fact that I'm doing well in life. Angered by the fact that Charlie quit drinking. Angered by the fact that I have a beautiful woman beside me. And if that makes you angry, what kind of person does that make you? They're angry because, I have proven them to be liars just by living my life. Mason Grijalva says, are you celebrating Thanksgiving? Definitely, man. I've already bought the turkey. I went out last week and I saw a bunch of turkeys, found one for $13. And we have ourselves a butterball in the freezer right now. I will be making a turkey this year. So, Edward Molina says, Michael is muscular. Marcus McGarvey says, and Charlie and Erica don't hire prostitutes. No, Erica is a lady, guys. Like, Erica I love it, man. Like Erica is seriously a proper woman, guys. Like, I mean, she presents herself correctly. You know what I mean? CK Jr., thank you so much for a cup of coffee right there. Hell yeah. We'll get Erica a nice cup of coffee for Christmas with that. But yeah, Erica, she really is. You know what I mean? You guys have seen them trashing and bashing Erica on a daily basis. And Erica doesn't fall for the shit. Erica doesn't come on there and try and shake her ass for attention. And she doesn't talk shit like that. And she rises above all that bullshit. You know what I mean? Where Fatty has got to sit there and try. My wife looks better than Charlie's girlfriend. How many of y'all seen how many times Isaac tries to compare his wife with other people? He tried comparing his wife with Tuna the other day. My wife looks better than Tuna. My wife looks better than Erica. Like, come on, bro. It was so funny. Like, he tried to use like this website where he compared pictures and let the website give their opinion. And it was so funny because then, like, we all know what Pest Mob looks like. Slob Mob, they all mouth breathers and booger eaters, and a third, and they would do their own pictures compared to Erica's on this website, and this website would say that they look better. I would see these straight up hogs of women, a hog of a woman, sit there talking shit about Erica's looks and shit. This hog bitch of a woman trying to bring Erica down, make Erica feel bad. You know what I mean? Because Isaac is insecure about his woman. That's all it is. Isaac is insecure with his own position in life. You know what I mean? So he starts comparing. And people that are confident with their life and where they are, they don't gotta compare. They don't look elsewhere. They're happy and they're confident with where they're at. William Horsley, wow, thank you so very much. Drop me a 20 right there. I appreciate that, bro. That is a lot. It means a lot to me. Lone Wolf says he's insecure as shit. And I mean, it goes to show the insecurity whenever you've got to sit there and you've got to compare yourself and you've got to have people tell you that you're good, that you're better. You've got to hear people tell you that you're better. When you crave that sort of attention, all that shows is your insecurity. Just how little you really feel about yourself that you need other people to say, of course you're better, Isaac. You are better. Am I wrong? Does that sound wrong to y'all? That don't sound wrong to me. Damn, you all are just going crazy on Michael tonight. But Michael has brought it all on himself. Like I said, Michael has lied and clickbaited you all to death. Over 3 years of just lies and bullshit and clickbait and just stringing you along. I've got grandpa videos. Until there are no grandpa videos. I didn't do this to Michael. Michael done that to himself. If Michael's credibility is in the tanker, it's not because of me. It's not solely because of me. It's because Michael's proven to you all that he has the capacity of lies and deceit. That he can and will knowingly deceive you all for content, for views, to the point where you're all like, whatever. The boy who cried wolf. And I love it. Michael cried wolf on me. Wolf, wolf, wolf. Until goddamn right, I'm a wolf. Michael called me a wolf until I became one. Until I overcame. Until I came back with a pack. And that is all of you, man. My fucking wolf pack, bro. And this wolf pack gets stronger and more secure by the day. I've got to feel like, you know what I'm saying, my credibility in this wolf pack is like at its strongest. CK Jr., thank you so much, man. Got me a buck right there. I got $1. I got $1. But yeah, I always come back, and I come back stronger every single time. Brandon the Youngin says, keep grinding, bro. One day you'll live in a mansion, my boy. Keep up the good work. I don't mind where I live, bro. I don't mind living in a single wide trailer. Because it is still our domain. Me and Erica, this is ours. This is our life. I grew up my whole life feeling ashamed and feeling like I was less than everybody else because I lived in a freaking trailer. I lived my whole life, comparing myself to other people and then basing my own self-worth on how I compared to other people. Fuck that. All that ever did was damn breed discontent in my own life. You've got to be happy with where you are in life, with who you are, with the decisions you make. The only one responsible for your own happiness in this life is you. And I'm here to tell you that you are not judged by what you have in life. You are not judged. What makes you a good person is not based on designer jeans. You know what I mean? How many cars you have, how big your house is. It's about what's in here. It's about how big your heart is. We all place values on love and happiness. But these are things that you cannot hold and own. Yet we still place value on it. And how much is happiness and confidence and self-respect worth? How much is that stuff worth? There is no amount of money that you can put on that. Where Michael could sit there and say, I've got this Tahoe. I paid $55,000 for it. I went to WrestleMania this year and dropped $5,000. You can put prices on those things. Try and put a price on happiness. Try and put a price on self-confidence. Michael, you have all the money in the world. Well, you think you have all the money to do whatever you want with, but it has not bought you an ounce of happiness. It has not bought you an ounce of self-confidence. Inside, you are more insecure now than you have ever been. Because you are living a lie. So you can sit there and you can tout and brag about all the things in the world that you can put a price tag on. While I sit here and develop the gifts and the skills to obtain that which you cannot put a price tag on, that which you cannot measure with money. And that makes me far richer than you, little brother. Do I sound wrong here, guys, or what? Does that sound wrong to y'all? Michael and Isaac, both of them have zero self-confidence. Zero self-confidence. I would say less than zero. They have negative self-confidence. And the way that they're constantly, throwing possessions in people's faces, you know what I mean? And constantly lying and talking shit and manipulating people into hating other people and joining them. Because confidence is quiet. It takes a real strong confidence to know it and to feel it and to not even, to not pursue it, not try to create that confidence. You see them every single day. They're trying to create a self-confidence to which they can hide behind and feel better about themselves. Because when they go to sleep at night, they're like, fuck, I'm a fraud. When they go to sleep tonight, they know that they're just full of shit. That it's fake confidence. That way, every single morning when they wake up, they've got to recreate something else. You know what I mean? To try and build up their confidence for the day. as opposed to somebody like me who wakes up in the morning and is like, holy shit, my life is better today than it was yesterday, and feeling confident in knowing it. What do you guys think? Does that sound about right to y'all? Does that sound like drunk Charlie talk to y'all? Timothy Flames, have a great night, man. Smokey says he ain't got no heart. It don't seem like it. Don't seem like it. He gave his sister $20,000. He did a video saying he gave Jennifer $20,000, and then surprise, surprise, it all gets spent on home remodel renovations. Next thing you know, Jennifer takes that 20 grand that she's supposed to use to benefit her life and dumps it all back into Michael's house. Come on. We all saw right through that. All right, Miss Cottywomp, we'll have a great night. Says she's got to go too. It's late and she has to work tomorrow. Well, thank you, man. I enjoyed having you here, Miss Becky, Aunt Becky. And I know you enjoyed me dropping some truth bombs. William Horsey said $20,000 to put in his house. Smokey said that's BS. You all saw it. I'm giving my sister $20,000, and she's like, I'm gonna waste it all back on his house. But she could have took that 20 or something with it. But no, Michael doesn't want anybody to have anything but himself. Michael wants to be able to control them. And he does. Marcus McGarvey says Michael invested 20G in his own house pretending to give his sister money. And then tries to piggyback off of Mr. Beast too about it. Matt Thrusher says, what up, Chuck? Did you know your brother was a full-blown fucking politician these days? Amar Tube says, let your nuts hang, talk that shit. You know I will. I am. Yeah, Matt, I've seen Michael's Twitter. Like I say, he got all mad last night because Trump was leading. And then so he had to pull out, I don't believe in God, but I'm going to pray. And then today he's all like, you Trump supporters need to grow the fuck up. People are unsubscribing to me because of my political views. No, they're unsubscribing to you because you're a fucking abrasive jerk off. Because you won't usher enough respect to your own subscribers, you know what I mean, to respect their politics. You know what I mean? Because you can't, because you get caught up in the bullshit. I loved it. Yeah, like I said, he would sit there and talk about how Hunter Biden is misunderstood and how Hunter Biden got a bad rap because they keep bringing up Hunter Biden's past addictions and using it against him. But yet Michael does that to me every single fucking day. Matt Thrasher says he's a fucking jerk off, bro. You took the words right out of my mouth. Brenda, hey, Brenda Pika, thank you for joining us. Took the words right out of your mouth because it's the truth. You know? Instead of being, and see, that's another thing, man. That's why I just can't stand politics, man, because like there is no getting along and shit, you know? Michael sat there and pretty much ostracized his Republican following rather than trying to be diplomatic about the whole situation. He wants to sit there and pick and poke and talk shit and then get mad when people unfollow and people leave them. That's once again, I thought it was so fun. Woo! I almost said it last night, guys. Oh my God. So apparently, you know, like they were trying to close down the lines. They were trying to close the polls, you know, and then Michael would retweet something that would pretty much say, stay in line. And I thought to myself, I'm like, Michael, your following knows that they better stay in line. Oh, isn't it so great? Michael's retweeting something, stay in line. How many times has Michael told y'all to stay in line or else? If you talk good about Charlie, I'm blocking you. How many of y'all got blocked on Twitter for defending Charlie? For trying to be like, Michael, I like you, but Charlie hasn't been drinking. Michael, I like you, but Charlie is doing good. How many of y'all gotten blocked and banned for just trying to be like, Michael, I like you, but you're wrong. Matt Thrasher, always told by my old granny, never discuss politics and religion with anyone, especially if you want to remain friends. And see, that's it. Michael doesn't care. You guys are expendable to Michael. If Michael really cared about his following, he would be worried about offending them. And like I say, it's one thing to come out there and be like, talk politics respectfully, to discuss your opinions openly, but that hardly ever works. Nobody ever discusses politics. It always turns into bad shit. That's why I don't try to discuss it. But Michael has no interest in showing respect to his following and his followers. He just says, if you don't fucking like it, screw you, unsubscribe, unfollow, or hell, I'll block you. Just goes to show how much Michael really cares. Don't y'all guys remember Dad was a staunch Republican? Dad was Fox News all the fucking way. Do you think Dad and Michael would have got along during this election? No. But don't some of y'all feel like y'all would have been represented? If they are going to fucking talk politics, which is never a good idea, but had they had talk politics, you would have had Dad's side and you would have had Michael's side. Y'all all would have felt represented. Am I right? Bonafide says AGP was Trump. He was. Dad would grow up to be a staunch Republican. And y'all all would have, Dad would have came out, would have been like, fuck Biden. Michael would have been like, fuck Trump. And then y'all all would have had, y'all would have felt represented, and it would have turned into a light thing. Kind of ha-ha, maybe, as opposed to Michael like, screw all y'all wrong. That's one thing about politics, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and call anybody wrong for their political beliefs, because in these political beliefs, rest your values and your morals, you know what I'm saying? And everybody is entitled to own their own values and morals and respects in worldly views. Nobody has the right to sit there and call another man, out or bring him down for his views, But that's what Michael has done with so many of you guys. And then he wants to turn around and blame it on you. Grow the fuck up. Michael has sat here for the last month and pretty much ostracized his Republican followers, and took low jabs and bullshit, and then turn around and tell you all to grow the fuck up. Is that respect? Matt Thrasher says, just because one person believes something different than you doesn't make them wrong. And, and that's the thing, man. Everybody in this world today has to feel like they're right. Everybody has to be right. Nobody can admit they're wrong. Trisha, what's up? Gotta go. Love you and Erica. Keep up the good fight. Always. I'm always going to keep fighting. Taken. Charlie, man, after each and every video of yours, I grow more and more respect for you. I've always respected you, but your honesty and compassion for others is awesome and nice to see. Someone so mutual. Well, man, I mean, like, people appeal to honesty and reality, and that's what appealed y'all to Michael and Dad in the first place. You know what I mean? Michael didn't even have to fucking clickbait. He can just do something dumb for the video, hanging around the house, do something silly, and y'all were watching and loving him for it, And y'all felt that reality. Y'all saw the realism coming through. just like you all see within me, you know? And I, like I say, I do all I can to stay honest, to stay real. I don't clickbait. I don't lie about shit. And when I fuck up, I admit it, you know? And that was the only way for me to crawl out of that hole that I was in, that Michael created for me and that I continued to dig for myself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not all Michael's fault, like he pushed the emotional buttons, but I reacted. It was up to me to react, And for a while there, I reacted to his every move. They really played the game well, and I didn't know what was going on. I mean, it was just I was blinded by the YouTube channel, and I wouldn't stop. That's my thing, guys. Like if you just stop and take a moment, don't react to every damn thing like that. Stop, take a moment, assess the situation, and then react. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing that. It was just knee-jerk reactions, combined with chemical and dependency, and man, I just, I did not help my situation at all. I pretty much played the kiddies one, and I pretty much played their game. But now that you see, here we are. I've been at least 6 months now. I'm not playing their damn game. And do you see how things have turned? Michael, do you see how things have changed in just 6 months of me being sober? Can you imagine what it's going to be like in another 6 months, Michael? After I've got a year under my belt, and then after I'm a year sober, I'm already feeling so great right now. Just double this sober time for me. Can you imagine how confident I'm going to feel? How confident others are going to feel in me? You might want to come and apologize, Michael. Apologize, Michael. It's the only thing that's going to set you free, bro. Because I'm not messing up my life anymore. I've seen the light. I'm doing all I can to make my life as great as it can be. And you've seen what happened in just almost 6 months of me being sober. You've seen what's happened here in 6 months of me being sober, Michael. Nobody believes your shit. Nobody believes Isaac's shit. And I'm only getting stronger, man. Another 6 months from now, bro, I don't know where you're going to be. I don't know where Isaac's going to be. Am I right, y'all? If I am here where I am at this point in my life after just 6 months, give me another 6 months. When I'm out here on the road, riding around in my Jeep, making my money, taking y'all places that neither one of us have ever been before. While Michael and Bridget and Isaac, they all sit where they've been for the past 3 years, the past 5 years. Look at Isaac. He's been sitting, he's been under 50,000 since he started. He's been sitting on 40,000. How long now? 6 months. No growth. Michael's been sitting at 2 million. How long? Amar Tube says, what about Mike saying you killed a kid? Well, see, that might be about Mike once again, lying about somebody else. Is that about the kid, our little friend that got hit and killed by a car? Is Michael really going to sit here and lie about our little friend that got hit and killed by a car now? Is Michael going to sit there and say it was my fault that this little kid ran out in front of a car and got hit and killed? How dare you, Michael? How dare you? Our little friend Chris, who got hit and killed by a car in 1996. I was that far away from him. Kimberly was that far away from him. And you're going to sit there and try to accuse me, blame me for an accident that killed a child? Marcus McGarvey said, that's so sad to blame Charlie for that. Aussie Dragon said that's almost defamation of character. And can you believe that Michael would sit there and make up a vicious story about a childhood friend that we watched get killed? Michael's going to make up a vicious story about, oh, my brother killed him. What kind of man would do that? What kind of human being? Michael watched this little kid get killed, hit and killed too. It changed all of our lives. And Michael's going to take that tragedy and he's going to try and lie and clickbait it and try to use it to attack Charlie. How sad is that, Michael? How low. And that's not the first. Jennifer would remember. Who remembers when Jennifer said it? Jennifer said that I pushed the kid into the car. Jennifer, who remembers Jennifer saying that I pushed that little boy in front of the car? Who remembers that? I know somebody's got to remember. Messiah of Kings in the house. What's up, man? Erica said something about you live streaming earlier and that she popped in and said, what's up, man? Much love to you. Christopher Colin says he remembers when Jennifer said that. Stephen Miron remembers when Jennifer said that I pushed Christopher MacGyver in front of the car. Amartube remembers. Anthony Cruz remembers. Jim Morrison remembers. You lying about Christopher MacGyver, Jennifer. I wonder what little Chris is thinking right now up in heaven about Jennifer lying and saying that Charlie pushed him in front of a car. I wonder how he feels right now looking down on Michael. Having Michael accuse me of his accident. How messed up is that, guys? How messed up was it for them to sit there and say that Dad was afraid of me in the hospital? How messed up was it for Michael to sit there and say, I'm not stopping from Charlie from saying goodbye to his father? And yet he brought Isaac down 2,000 miles to be the bodyguard. To where him and Jennifer and Kimberly would tell you all that Dad was afraid of me. They would sit there and lie on Dad after he died. Who remembers that? When Dad would call me and tell me that he was afraid. And I would think it was because of me. And I would find out, I would realize much later that he wasn't afraid of me. He was afraid of Michael. Like I say, he knew that Michael did not want me around, that Michael had the power, and that he knew that Michael was trolling me for months before Dad died. Dad had to sit back in his last final days and watch Mike destroy me. Watch Mike accuse me of pedophilia, of raping my sisters, of giving my nephews drugs and alcohol, while my dad was dealing with cirrhosis of the liver. Dad had to sit on his deathbed wanting to say goodbye to me, but would have to do it over the phone because he was afraid that Michael was going to have me arrested and shit. Who remembers that? Dad had to die in fear. Not because of me, but because of Michael. Didn't he, Michael? Mm-hmm. How's it feel, Michael? Slip ZHD says, Michael said you accused AGP on being a pedophile. I just said y'all tonight. I didn't told y'all tonight what happened. I said Dad was falsely accused by somebody who would go on to rape me and my cousin and then turn around and accuse Dad and my uncle. Get your words right, Michael, because you're lying again and everybody sees it. I love it. I love it, dude. Every time Michael comes out and he twists the truth and he bends it, you know what I'm saying? You all can come on here and be like, Charlie didn't say that, Michael. That's not what he said, you fucking liar. Charlie said that Grandpa was falsely accused. and that you guys should all understand and respect that and have sympathy for that. But instead, you turn around and falsely accuse someone in your own family. I'm saying that I'm going through the same shit that my father went through for years. I'm saying that Michael and Kim and Jennifer, they all know exactly how, the damages and the repercussions of falsely accusing somebody of molestation, that we would live through it. And here they are, turn right around and do it to me. That's what I said. What? Jordan says, damn, you're still alive. I just got home from work. I know I'm on a roll tonight, man. So, and I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. Whenever I feel the need to, whenever y'all try and push my buttons, I'm going to pop up. 169 people watching. Wow, thank you so much. So, might want to apologize, Michael. Might want to apologize. And if not apologize, then shut the hell up. Which it doesn't really matter because, like I say, you can be shut up. But even if one of your trolls come at me with your false allegations, that might just reignite the fire for me to come back out and be like, oh, yeah, let's talk about lying Michael again. Who remembers when Michael lied about this? Who remembers when Michael lied about that? And guess what? More and more people are going to believe it each and every day. Because you have shown everybody who you really are, bro. Everybody asks, where's Doug? I don't know. Doug's somewhere around. Paul Guest says, what set you off tonight? I mean, just talking to my mom. I got to talking to mom and stuff, and just, just feeling her depression. You know what I mean? On top of the fact that, there was another one of Michael's camera crew or something came onto my Facebook talking a little crap earlier, So I just felt like coming out and once again setting the record straight. Marcus McGarvey says unsubbed from Kid Behind a Camera. Like I said, it doesn't really seem like Michael cares. Like I said, he spent the last month and a half, ostracizing his whole Republican following, and then turns around and tells him to grow the fuck up. You know what I mean? Wants to get mad at them for getting mad back at him. Like, I don't think he really cares. Everybody saying fuck Mike Green. Fuck Mike, we got your back. Let him rot. Christopher says he saw that tweet. Nick R says, what did Jenny and Kim accuse you of back in the day? They accused me of rape. They said that I held them down while I let my friends rape them. They said that we would forcibly hold them down while my friends raped them. That they would have a gangbang rape pulled on them. And yet they would not be taken to the hospital. There wouldn't be any damages. Mom and dad wouldn't see them walking around like this, or bleeding in their underpants, or bruising on their arms, or them cowering away from Charlie, crying uncontrollably for no reason every time they see me enter a room. None of that shit. that they would sit on this suppressed trauma for 10, 12, 15, 20 years until one fateful day when Charlie messes up and kind of lets out some family info. Then, boom, all that pent-up trauma is released. Isn't that a little coincidental, guys? Isn't that? How many red flags did I just raise in that scenario? Dave C says it magically came out under Mike's hypnosis. Just magically. Or Mike knew all about it the whole time, but he was forcing them to work with their tormentor. Is that what it was, Michael? Did you know? He'd be like, no, I didn't know until they told me. How could people not know? How could Jennifer and Kim walk around and be all buddy and lovey, and Jennifer do a video the day before saying I was her favorite brother? No sign whatsoever of anything wrong. Matter of fact, like we say, Jennifer doing a video the day before saying, Charlie's my favorite brother. He was always here for me as a kid. It was always Michael and Kim. Who remembers that video? It was always Michael and Kim and then me and Charlie. It was never me and Jennifer. I would just take up for her when I felt bad for her whenever they were getting extra hard on Jennifer. I would try and take up for her. But it was never me and Jennifer. It was always me, and then it was always Jennifer, And then it was Kimberly and Michael. Paul Guest says he remembers that shit. And then the very next day, Jennifer, he raped me. Maybe not the very next day. A couple of days later. Everyone remembers it. Marcus McGarvey says, I believe all those stories broke the old man's heart. Shame on them. And to do it for attention, that's bullshit. I believe that Michael killed Dad with them stories. I believe if it wasn't for Michael manipulating that situation and tearing Dad's heart out of his fucking chest with those evil stories about fucking his own son raping his own daughters, I believe Dad could have fought off that shit. And if he couldn't, at least Dad would have died happy. Dad wouldn't have died believing his son molested his daughters. But don't you know Dad's up there now looking down? And he's like, damn you, Michael. Damn you, Kimberly. Damn you, Jennifer. Y'all lied about my boy. A real G. I completely agree with you, Charlie, 100%. Bad Nasha dropping some love. Thank you so much. Lone Wolf says, and Mike tried to blame his death on you. I know, right? Like, Michael is the one that is orchestrating all of the drama. Michael was the one that was making up all the bullshit lies. Michael was the one that was involved in Dad's life on a daily basis. Yet I was the one that killed Dad. Michael could have stopped it all right then and there. Boom. Who remembers whenever after Dad died, Michael told Isaac, stop the shit. Next thing you know, Isaac's donating to my live streams. Who remembers that shit? Isaac still has the video up on his YouTube channel. Donating super chats to me and saying, oh, it's okay, it's all over. Why? Because Michael told him to. Michael said, end it, and it was fucking ended. Michael should have did that while Dad was still alive. But no, Michael didn't want to. And then Michael turns around and hires a fake psychic to sit there and talk about Dad's displeasure from the other side. Oh, now he's worried about Dad's feelings. Now that Dad's dead. Now that Dad's dead and gone, you know what I'm saying, is he worried about Dad's feelings and how Dad felt about the situation between Charlie and Michael? And now that Dad's ghost and Dad's spirit is angry, Michael forgives Charlie. Wasn't that a little horse shit? Michael didn't give a shit about how Dad felt when he was alive. Michael didn't give a shit about how Dad felt about the situation while Dad was alive. Michael didn't give a shit about helping Dad die in peace. All Michael cared about was destroying Charlie. When he should have been focused on helping Dad transition into the next life peacefully and comfortably. No, Michael was coming out every single day. Charlie this, Charlie that. Charlie raped his sisters. Charlie was dating 13-year-olds. Charlie's gay. Charlie beat his father. Charlie gave his nephew drugs and alcohol. And Dad had to sit there and deal with that shit on a daily fucking basis until he died. And then after Dad, 3 years after Dad dies, Michael worries about how Dad, I guess Dad didn't like that. Wants to worry about how Dad's spirit feels on the other side. And yet Michael says last night that he doesn't even believe in God. Says last night he doesn't believe in God. And yet here he is fucking 2 weeks ago. He's manipulating you all with the psychic and with Dad's spirit. Dad's spirit that Michael obviously does not believe in. Am I right? Woo! Guys, I've been on here for a while. Almost 4 hours. 11:15. Holy shit. I might have to get off of here, man. I've been on a roll tonight, though. Wow. I've been on a roll tonight, guys. I had a lot of fun doing this, too. Nick R says he doesn't believe in God. Yeah, check out his Twitter. He said it last night. Not only did he attack people's politics, he attacked religion all in the same post. He mocked and ridiculed people's politics and religion all in one post. How about that shit? Apologize, Michael. Apologize. I'll be waiting for them lips on my butt cheek. And I'll be waiting for that 20 grand in my hand. I mean, he's already sort of kissing my butt by trying to lure me back into the videos. Charlie's not a bad guy when he's drinking. Or when he's not drinking. Or Charlie wrote me a letter. You know? Or Grandpa wants me to forgive Charlie. Grandpa's ghost that I don't believe in wants me to forgive Charlie. And I'm over here like, hey. So hit me up, Michael. I'll be waiting for your apology. Everyone else is waiting for your apology. Not just to me. You need to apologize to your fans, too. You need to apologize to them for lying to them all these years. Not just about me, but about everything in general. You know, your credibility is in the shit tank because of your own lies and bullshit. You don't just owe me an apology. You owe your fans an apology. Am I right? So I want all y'all to line up and tell Michael, apologize. Apologize to your fans, Michael. Every single one of y'all should stick your ass right in that camera and tell Michael to apologize. Because without you guys, Michael wouldn't be shit. Without all of you, Michael wouldn't be a damn thing. And he shows you exactly what he feels about you when he ridicules your religion and your politics. And when he tells you, stay in line and agree with me or be banned. Am I right? You all are the ones that made Michael who he is today. And I can almost say, damn you guys, because Michael is not a good person. The person that y'all have made Michael, the person that YouTube has created Michael, is not a good person. So, yep. So, anyways, man, we're coming up on 4 hours. Holy crap. I got a lot off my chest. I feel good, guys. How do y'all feel? How many of y'all agree with what I said here? 179 people watching. Wow. I love it. I appreciate all of y'all being in here with me, man. You know, letting me spill my heart, you know, spill my guts, you know, tell it how I feel. And you know, just to have all y'all agreeing with me. I mean, you know, it does feel good. I don't sit there and I don't look for people to agree. You know, when I go out there and I tell the truth, I'm telling it for myself, you know what I'm saying? But when y'all agree, man, and y'all understand and y'all believe me, it does mean a lot, man. Jordan Henchman, thank you so much, brother. Says we all love you and keep being Charlie, man. I will always be me, guys, and I will always be here for you all. You know what I mean, Jordan? I love you, bro. I appreciate you picking out our name, guys. If y'all didn't know, Jordan Henchman is the one that came out with Travels Together. Like I said, I love you guys. I want y'all guys' input. You guys help make me. You guys help create me, you know what I mean? And I try to give back and make you all a part of it, you know? And I ask people, what should I name my channel? And Jordan came through and he said, Travels Together. And I said, I like it. And that's what it's been. You know, you all, I am a product of you all. You know what I'm saying? And so is Michael. And somewhere along the lines, he has forgotten that, you know? And that's why you are losing everything, Michael. So you need to find your way. You need to apologize to your following. You need to apologize to me. You need to atone for your actions and your sins and redeem yourself, because there can still be a redemption, guys. You know, look how far I sunk. Look how far I drugged myself. Talking about shitting on my dad's grave and raping somebody's wife and kids and shit. That was horrible shit. I did that to my damn self. Through ego and pride and anger and alcohol and fucking ecstasy. You know, I've done and said some crazy shit, but here I am now on top of it all. Why? Because I admit my mistakes. I come forward and I apologize and I move on and I build my life up. Something that you and Isaac have yet to do. And that's why y'all are still stuck where y'all are. So, Smokey Triple X, man, thank you for watching, brother. PvP Son, Jim Morrison, King Coakley, Anthony Cruz, Samuel Roundup, Jordan Henchman, much love to you, brother, man. Marcus McGarvey, Portland Made, Xander D-Dog, thank you so much, brother. Bonafide THC, Lil Nuts. I love that name. Christopher 999, Colin, Lone Wolf, much love to you, bro. William Horsey, Grayson Hanson Reviews, TG Tina G, Shirley, much love to you, Shirley. Dory Dez, Edgar Garcia, Stephanie Hopkins, much love to you, Stephanie. Portland Made, oh man, all you guys, bro, man, it means a lot, man. I really appreciate it. And like I say, man, we are only getting stronger. You know, I am only getting stronger, Michael. And you know, I'm going to continue to grow, bro. And apologize, Michael. I've enjoyed it, guys. You all are straight wonderful, man. And you know, we're going to continue this ball of positivity and truth. That ball is going to continue to roll. For my father, much love to you, Daddy. You are the greatest reality star I've ever known, and I'm going to keep it real for you 1,000%. So anyways, guys, I love you all, and I will catch y'all next live stream. Thank you for watching and talking with me, and I'll holler at you all next time, man. Peace. Woo! I got to pee again.